Tuesday, April 2nd, 2012. It's a couple days away from WrestleMania 29 coming up this Sunday on pay-per-view. I'm Ryan Clark. He's Matt Boone. We're going to be here for the next 2 hours talking pro wrestling, talking WrestleMania, and Monday Night Raw from last night. Let's go. Matty Boone, what's going on, brother?
How we doing? How we doing this week?
We're doing good. How are you?
Alright. Well, we can't see. I'm wondering how I feel about this show particular because I know you want to do the WrestleMania special this weekend. So I don't want to talk too much about WrestleMania in this one. So I don't know. I hear we might have some fun calling situations coming later. That'll be fun.
It's always fun. We're here for 2 hours Tuesday night. You know what I mean? I got
the Army's in on it. The Army's in on it, right? Because I've seen somebody talking about it on Facebook and in the chat room. They seem to know what's going on. Did you write about it or something?
What's going on?
With the call, you just called me about it to tell me before the show. What do you mean what's going on?
Oh, I don't know. I got something on Twitter last year. Remember the kid that called up, last Tuesday, and he I don't know, it was like a prank call, man. He went after you, Well, I got, you remember, God, man, remember back in the days when we used to have Jackie on here, right? And,
yeah, it's kind of the same thing, ain't it?
We made that bet with her, and her mother got pissed off. Her mother, I think it was her mother or father, one of the two, got pissed off and sent me a long rambling email, and she's never gonna call back. She's never gonna listen. You guys are a bunch of assholes. Well, that somebody called up last week. Next thing I know, I'm on Twitter. And I've got like the mother or the father of this kid, basically, you made fun of my son, da 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 da, and I said, what are you talking about? I said, this kid called up and was, nonstop trying to prank call WZR radio. It's like these kids call up and they try to prank call the radio, and then when you get all pissed off and go off on them, I get emails and tweets and stuff from the parents. It's like their mother and father come after me. What are you doing, Trevor? Well, wait a minute. You know what I mean? What are you talking about? So I don't know.
Why? I'm going to call my son a cocksucker. Why? Get the fuck out of here.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, we're gonna in hour number 2, we're gonna be taking live phone calls. Who knows, man? We get all sorts of random callers you never know who's gonna call up. I don't have a way to screen calls. You know what I mean? We just take them as we get them. So we're gonna be doing that in hour 2, and then in hour number 1, we're gonna be talking Monday Night Raw. We never for the WrestleMania show, because we are gonna do one. I mean, me and Boone talked about it earlier today. We want to do it'd pretty much be a 1-hour show, where we come on here, give predictions and stuff like that. I'm good Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I had said Thursday. You said Saturday or Sunday. I mean, I can't do it. I can't do it Sunday.
Saturday or Sunday. It's got to be Saturday or Sunday. I can see why you wouldn't want to do it Sunday, because maybe not everybody will get to hear it before they'll have all the shit that they're, reading or listening to or watching the day of WrestleMania. But Saturday, I think, is a good time to do it, because then it's up all day Saturday, all night, and then all day Sunday before the show.
Yeah, but you've got Thursday night's Impact, Friday's SmackDown. I mean, it's not really much of a SmackDown. They already taped it. There's no TV tapings tonight. They did everything last night prior to Raw. But UFC is on Saturday, right? I think.
But the main event is Gegard Mousasi versus who? I can't even say that guy's name. I've never even heard of him.
All right. Well, everybody in the chat says Saturday. So
like I said, the biggest reason I said we should do it Saturday is because there's so much news and shit going down during WrestleMania weekend that if we do it on Thursday, by the time WrestleMania rolls around, all that shit would be old as hell. And we should do it as close to the show as we can, so we can talk about the most recent current shit.
Well, yeah, Sunday's way too crazy. You know what I mean?
Saturday. No, I didn't even think of that, because I don't have to. I got to do some work for WrestleMania, but not nearly as much as you.
So what? So Saturday at what time? Night?
Are we doing it live? Are we recording it? We're doing it live, right?
Yeah, it'll be live.
And we're recording, yeah, so both. I don't care. Whatever you think's good for traffic and people on Saturday nights.
Well, Saturday's a horror. It's WrestleMania weekend, so traffic's going to be good all around, you would hope. You know what I mean? How how about 6 o'clock on Saturday?
That was
That works.
that was.
All right, we'll do that then. We'll plug that a couple times before we go off the air here tonight. It'll be the WrestleMania show will be Saturday night, 6 o'clock Eastern time. And it basically will go about an hour, maybe a little bit longer. We'll take live phone calls and do the normal. We'll give predictions. I mean, looking at it on paper, it looks like you can call almost every single match.
Right? I was thinking that too.
It does, man. We were talking about it on here last week, and it's like every single match has a predictable outcome. You know what we do need to? It's been a pretty crazy week. You know how they say that death comes in three. You know what I mean? You had
in three.
yeah, Paul Bearer a couple of weeks ago. You had Reed Flair, which was a big. I mean. It wasn't necessarily a shocker. I mean, the guy had issues in the past. Had been arrested a couple of different times. You guys have read about that on the websites. But, he was supposed to work an indie event with his father on Friday, two indie events on Friday and Saturday night. And, they found him Friday morning. We've got some news. I've got some news that we haven't put up on the websites. What exactly went down, why Reed was in a hotel. That's kind of unclear as of right now. I mean,
did you hear the 911 call that Ric Flair made?
Yeah, we'll play that here.
Man, that was rough.
It was terrible. And there's, you know what, we're gonna play it here in a little bit for those that didn't hear it. Some people don't want to hear it. You know what I mean? And I'll talk about.
I was debating on whether or not to get it because I saw the link and I'm like. Just general interest, because it's like a train wreck. Everybody looks, and I was like, as the page is loading, I'm like, I don't know if I want to hear this. Cause it's gonna be sad as shit.
Well,
it was exactly what you expected.
You know what? There are so many people. There are so many people on the websites that I had to shut the comments off in the two posts that we put up. The Reed Flair, the Ric Flair 911 audio. Just because so many people, you know how it works, man. If there's any controversial photo or controversial 911 call, you know how people are. People just go nuts.
That was going nuts right now. Disgusting and despicable for putting it out.
And everybody's, it's disgusting and it's no respect. And listen, it does come down to it's my choice whether I want to put it up or not put it up. You know what I mean? And I'll address it here in a little bit why I put it up and why so many people got pissed off over us posting it. So I'll talk about that here in just a little bit once we get into it. We're gonna run down Monday Night Raw and then talk about Reed Flair a little bit. Got some news, what happened, where they found him, who called 911, etc., etc. And we're gonna play that audio here for you guys tonight. So, and if you don't want to listen to it, just turn the speakers down. It's only about 2 or 3 minutes long because it is definitely difficult to listen to. So what else? Live phone calls. Hour number 2. We'll do the rapid fire segment as well. I made a video this morning, 7:30 a.m.
Yeah, I saw that dumb bullshit.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna just every time there's some kind of weather outside, you're gonna record it and make little goofy ass comments.
No, I got up earlier, man. I was up early this morning at 7 a.m. and around 7:30 it started snowing like crazy. So I figured Matt Boone, no doubt, wants to see a video of the snow falling outside.
So that's from today, right? You said
it's April 2nd too. That's the thing. It's April 2nd. It's still snowing up here.
It's so fucking hot down here today. It's funny that in somewhere else in the same country it's like snowing like crazy. It is exactly the opposite down here. It's brutal hot today down here.
So we had a soundboard last week, right? This guy, this loyal diehard WZR Army member, Ranjit, I think is how you pronounce it, right? He's in the chat room. I see him in there. Ranjit, he does a lot for us, man. He spams the shit out of my inbox every day, man. I get like 20 emails with news and stuff from this guy. And finally I said, listen, man, you got to combine this into like 2 or 3 posts per day. You know what I mean? I log in and there's like 20 new fucking emails. So anyways, he sends a lot of news and things like that. He's a real good guy. So he did a soundboard for us, right, last week. Well, we updated it. We've got it's got a lot more things. You know how I said we could add
what
to
else
it?
do we got? Let me hear.
Well, there's so much on here, dude. But I can fuck around with this, dude. I could have a field day. I was fucking around with it during the pre-show a little bit, right? But it's got like Vince McMahon sayings, and it's not really anything from you or me that was added. But it's like you can do like. Watch this. So you do like. Or you could do like.
Oh yeah!
Check. you could have a field day with this thing, dude. I'm trying to what else can we do? We could do let's see.
I am gonna kick your skinny fat ass.
This is a good one for callers.
Oh, he found that clip. We were just talking about it the other day. That's funny. He
right?
found that obscure ass reference.
We were talking about it. Check this one out.
Just bring it, bitch.
We could do what's this?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
you could just go on.
Is there any flatulation drops?
Is there any what drops?
Farts.
Parts? What?
Farts.
Oh God, no, dude, no farts. I've got the Fandango.
Would you please shut the hell up? Damn.
Yeah, check it.
You gotta be funny enough to hit those at the right time. Otherwise, they're worthless.
No, they are
I'm
worthless.
depending on you for comedy here, buddy.
We're gonna have to. Well, we'll have when we get phone calls and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, this is the same guy that says shellfish and shit when he thinks a joke. So I don't really trust your comedic sense of humor, if you know what I'm saying.
I got a joke for you. A crab.
Yeah, let's hear it.
All right, a crab ate 3 clams, right? And the lobster ate none. So the lobster says that a crab, "You're so shellfish, shellfish." You get the joke. You get the joke, brother. Yeah, shellfish, right? You get the joke.
Okay, because the shellfish and it's selfish and it sounds close. You can keep going.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Exactly.
Right. Have you heard there was a woman, it's kind of like Sweet Brown, right, where the ain't nobody got time for that, and the woman comes on and they're talking about like a hailstorm or something, like a thunderstorm that came through, and the woman's out there, she's being interviewed by the local media, and she goes, the hail was so big, kapuya, 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 kapuya. And they made like another, they put a beat behind it, dude. So we got
Booyah, kapooyah!
Yeah, I don't know what her name is, but nonetheless, she's on the.
That's not as good as Ain't Nobody Got Time for That. I was searching something on Google the other day. And, I was looking up that Ain't No Sunshine DMX song. I was typing it in, and you know how it tries to finish your sentence for you when you're typing stuff in?
Yeah.
So I'm typing it in, and I see Ain't Nobody Got Time for That pop up, and I just fucking cracked up seeing that shit. I didn't realize how popular that little clip was.
Oh, shut your mouth, you song-wearing fatty!
What fatty?
Shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty. Is what Rock said. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. Like I said, rapid fire, hour number 2, live phone calls, hour number 2. We're gonna run down Monday Night Raw in our numero uno. Get to our live chat room, WZROnline.com. /chat, WZROnline.com/chat. Lots and lots of people in there as always. Hey, last week before we went off the air, we took a poll on WZROnline.com and we asked you guys, which WrestleMania 29 main event are you guys most anticipating? The results, we left it up all week long, WZROnline.com, right hand side of the website. The match that most people are anticipating is obviously The Undertaker versus CM Punk, 64% of the votes. Coming in at second place was Triple H versus Brock Lesnar at only 18% of the votes. 14% gave it to John Cena versus The Rock, and the other 4% gave it to Del Rio and Swagger. So everybody's looking forward to The Undertaker versus CM Punk. Speaking of Undertaker CM Punk, Did you see the end of Monday Night Raw last night?
I watched earlier, yeah. I watched the whole show. I was going to skim through it and watch the main shit, but I realized as I was watching the show, like, every segment was the main shit. Like, every match got a final little push. So that was good. But, yeah, I saw everything.
Man, I didn't have a problem with the Paul Bearer storyline up until the end of Raw last night. And
that was a bit much, yeah.
Right? Was that a bit much?
The only thing worse could have been if they were, like, dumping his ashes into, like, some rolling papers and like smoking joints of his dead ashes or something like that. There's not a whole lot worse.
Didn't they? They did that with Tupac, man. They smoked some of his ashes. Somebody said that. I don't remember who.
Oh yeah, the Outlaws. I remember reading an article about that or something. Smoked some. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Man.
They.
I remember once we didn't. No, it wasn't you. It was somebody else. But that girl Melissa. We were rolling joints and we ran out of papers. And we didn't have any bowls or pipes or anything to smoke the weed out of.
Right.
So she comes up with the bright idea. I got a Bible in my car. You want to use the Bible paper because it's thin. And I'm like, I will fucking sit here and not smoke before I smoke a Bible joint. There's just a certain line I'm not going to cross.
Listen to this genius comment in the chat room from Robbie, aka Crazy Roller. Yeah, it was sand in the urn. Well, no shit, dude. Do you think it's really the urn? You think it's really the urn with Paul Bearer's real asses in it? Come on, dude. What the fuck is wrong with you? Of course it was sand.
Yeah, it's what it symbolizes. It's the idea that they're trying to convey. It's not the actual physical fucking dust that's coming out of the urn. You moron.
Man, it may have been real ass. It may have been real asses, man. But they probably, backstage burnt up a couple pieces of paper, got some ashes out of it, and put it into an urn. You know what I mean? It looked like sand or something else. The problem I have with it is the whole thing is right. Taker's gonna go into WrestleMania. He's gonna defeat CM Punk, and he's gonna get the urn back. But when he gets the urn back, it doesn't mean any. The ashes have all been dumped out, so you got the urn back, but there's no ashes in it. I mean, the whole thing was Taker was supposed to get the urn back and hold it up towards the sky, but by dumping the ashes out, everybody knows the urn's empty. The urn's empty.
I didn't even think of that.
Now,
the whole build-up has been because they would drop the urn and then hurry up and scurry for it, pick it up and run away, so Undertaker couldn't get it.
Right.
That was the whole thing. And I guess part of it was a tease that they almost spilled it a few times, and I guess that was the big climax last night. They finally spilled it. But yeah, what if he went back and wins now? An empty urn? That doesn't mean anything.
It really does. It means nothing. You know what I mean? So and the whole 20-1 thing. I mean, CM Punk came out in an interview, right? And he said that the Undertaker wasn't his dream opponent, and really doesn't care if he's facing Taker. So Taker's obviously going to see that and say, well, wait a minute, this dude barely respects that he's facing me. This is a big deal for anybody on WrestleMania to be able to face a guy like The Undertaker who's only got a couple matches left. CM Punk comes out and is like, yeah, I really wanted to face, John Cena or a guy like Steve Austin. Those were the two people that he mentioned. And of course Taker's going to see this and be like, yo, this motherfucker really has little respect that he's facing me in one of my final matches at WrestleMania. Do you really think if Taker sees a comment like that, and Taker knows, man, Taker obviously knows that CM Punk really doesn't care that he's facing Taker at WrestleMania. Taker's not going to put him over, especially after comments like that. If the guy barely respects that he's in the ring with Taker at WrestleMania, Taker's going to be like, dude, fuck you, I'm not putting you over. First of all, I don't think the streak ever ends in the first place, but Taker's not going to put him over after
Punk
that.
Could be fucking kissing his ball bag every interview and saying this is the most amazing moment of my career. I can't believe that he still would go over. So what's the difference?
Right. But it's just I don't know, dude. I mean, for CM Punk to come out and say that and basically say, it's not a big deal. I'm facing Taker at WrestleMania. Big deal. I'd rather face John Cena or Steve Austin. It's like, it's kind of a slap in the face. That's kind of a slap in the face.
Well, yeah, I mean, and CM Punk always wants to be in the main event, he says. And pretty much, no matter what the main event is, every year the real main event is The Undertaker's streak match. So our poll says it. Everybody seems to consider that the real main event. That's the match everybody's most looking forward to. He's really in the match everybody cares about the most. But
the thing is people really think we deal with this every single year, man. Is Taker's undefeated streak gonna end? Is this gonna be the year? And every year people buy into it, bro. People are like, yeah, this is the year it ends. I see people in the chat room right now saying 20-1, 20-1, deal with it, Clark, 20-1. Are you crazy? We deal with this every single year, and it doesn't happen.
I have a hard time believing people actually think that he's going to lose. I mean, I guess little kids might, but every year there has been a feeling like he might lose this year. Last year was a hard one to pull off, but they created that there. But the 2 years before that, when Sean put his career up in the first trip, I mean, you really got the sense that this could be the one where he loses. And last year they were able to create that feeling as well. But this year, I don't feel it at all.
Look at all the people.
There's not even a little part of me that thinks he's
there's not even a hint. But you know what? When you're watching the match on pay-per-view, and they do it every single year, towards the end of the match, there's going to be near fall after near fall after near fall, and you're going to really be thinking to yourself, might it end? This might be crazy. And Taker will kick out at like 2 3/4, man. The ref's hand will almost be down for that 3, and Taker kicks out, and the crowd pops. Every year they do it, dude. And they get you believing that the streak is actually going to end. I can't believe how many people in the chat room right now are saying 20-1. Yeah, wow, man, wow. Next week, you guys got to give us permission. Next week, we can come on here. Me and Boom can come on here and say, you guys are a bunch of morons and don't believe this shit, man. Every single year, don't believe it, cause it's not gonna end, you know. Rygout in the chat, 20-1, bro. I know you're smarter than that, bro. I've met you. In real
life. I'm
not
even looking at the chat. I got it loaded, but I'm pretty sure they're fucking with you at this point, no?
They're not. Punker, Rygout in the chat, they really believe that
Rygout's a smart guy. There's no way he really thinks that CM Punk's winning. It's not possible.
He's,
if he does, I completely lost all respect for him, because I consider him to be pretty smart.
That's what I said, dude. Anybody that honestly believes that it's going to be 20-1 after this Sunday night, you guys are out of your mind. But some people believe in this stuff, you know what I mean?
The thing that started all this was talking about predictions for the WrestleMania special we're doing this Saturday at 6 p.m. here at WZROnline.com, cheap plug. But, yeah, we're talking about the predictions and how everything's believable. I would say the Undertaker Punk match is the safest bet of the entire show. So, yeah, that's the one match you can't even go the other way on. Rock and Cena would be another one like that. Like I said last week, Triple H and Brock's the only one where maybe they could swerve and have Brock win again. But even now, I'm starting to doubt by the way they're playing it up on TV. What was that one? I couldn't make it out.
That was Paul Bearer's Oh Yes. Oh, yes.
Oh, jeez. What was about that last night when you heard that out of nowhere? I wonder, was that like a drop of Heyman that they played, or just
Paul,
Heyman doing an impression?
No. When Heyman came out last night, right, and they did the Oh Yes, that wasn't Heyman, dude. That was a Paul Bearer sound bit that they had. That CM Punk
did. I didn't even recognize that was Heyman dressed up as Bearer until the announcers acknowledged it near the end. We got pictures, by the way, of him dressed up as Bearer on the site, too. But, you can't even tell, really.
Yeah, no, you kind of knew, dude. I mean, when they hyped it up, you know, where Taker was in the ring and he cut that promo, and even the announcers, Taker had a look on his face like, what the fuck is going on right now with all these druids and everything else coming out? Then the announcers, you know, I think it was Michael Cole or Jerry Lawler said something along the lines of, I don't think Taker knows what's going on right now, and then immediately you knew that it was CM Punk and Paul Heyman that were involved. But you're right, man. I mean, the Paul Heyman, Paul Bearer gear that they had him dressed up in last night was believable. You know, really believable.
It was believable, yeah. And I mean, you knew Punk was going to be one of the druids. There was no surprises there, but I still think up until they spilled the urn everywhere, it was like a neat little thing, you know, the finish show. Because one comment I'll make, and we'll get into it more as we go along throughout the show, breaking down Raw, but the Cena Rock, like the last show they have to build it up, and they just basically said, here, go cut a promo without the other guy out there. There's not going to be any fire. It's just you saying your last piece of business. You know, you just get one more chance to say something else. And again, like I've been saying every week, there's this scene The Rock has when he goes out there now where it's almost like, I'm not going to tell you a story of The Rock versus John Cena. I'm going to tell you the story of The Rock in whatever fucking shit city I'm in this week. Like, this week it was I'm running for president. You know, last week at SmackDown it was candy ass and fucking the people this and the people that because they're Hershey and the people power. Like, it's just, it has nothing to do with Cena almost. It's all about him and his journey and where he's, you know what I mean? And I don't know, I think there should be more of a conflict between the two, a direct conflict, where we know why they want to beat each other's ass, other than Cena wants to get the loss back and Rock just wants to prove he's the best. There should be like a personal issue that those two hate each other over, like last year. That's why last year it felt like real passionate.
It's the same.
It felt a lot bigger.
I put it up on Facebook last night. It's the same Rock promo that we see every single week, dude. He comes out, it's the same catchphrases, it's the same stuff. All last year we heard that The Rock was going to go to WrestleMania, he was going to become WWE champion. Now, it's the same exact promo as last year. Rock's going to go into WrestleMania as WWE champion. He's going to walk out as WWE champion, and that's just the way it is. It's the same thing that we've heard every single week. And then people say, well, you know, The Rock, I know he was on Raw last night. He was on the Raw the previous week, but then he was off 2 weeks before that. It was kind of good that he was off for the 2 weeks before that, as it would have been the same thing. And they've already blown, you know, the Rock concert thing. They did that a couple of months ago. They've already blown that. You know, and you could use something like that as you got closer to WrestleMania, but they blew that as soon as he came back just a couple of months ago, you know? So there's not much that they can do, and then he comes out, and it's just, we've heard it, man. Cena's going in, and whether the people are with him or the people are against him, although John Cena, as of late, has been more heelish, and I'm not saying that they're going to turn John Cena heel at WrestleMania, but the promos that I mean, it's the same corny John Cena promos that we're used to, you know, but it's been a little bit more heelish, and I think a lot of people have recognized that. I've gotten emails over, you know, with John Cena's recent promos, are they going to turn him heel? So, and it does seem like
I don't think there's any heel turn coming, but I think what it is with Cena and the reason it comes off that way is because usually when he turns the promo, he'll cheese it up. He'll hand it up and be overly babyface for the sake of being babyface, you know, just to get that reaction from the little kids, the girls, whatever. This time, he's so serious that he doesn't give a shit about catering to those people. This is the serious John Cena. But either way, I'd say they did everything backwards. Like you said, they already burnt out the concept. They burnt out this and that. Like, usually you would want to build up, like, okay, let's say you got 4 weeks, and the plan is 2 of those weeks we're going to run a video package. 1 of those weeks we're going to have a face-to-face with Rock and Cena and a bunch of legends, whatever. And then the last week, or not the last week, and then 1 of the weeks we're going to have each of you guys cut a promo by yourself. Now, if I knew that was the plan, they asked me to put it in order. I'd say, all right, play the video package the first 2 weeks. The third week, have them cut a promo each by themselves. Then the fourth and final week, let it be the first time they're in the ring together, talking shit face-to-face, and then end the show the way they did with that segment where Rock, you know, lays them out, and then we go to WrestleMania to see Cena get his revenge or whatever. Like, they just did everything out of sequence, it seems. It was weird, because, like, last night, the last show before Mania, we just had each of them cutting an individual promo. It just, I don't know, I think there should have been one more big fucking, you know, fiery showdown between two.
You know what else that you know, it didn't cross my mind until just now, but the main event of WrestleMania is Cena and Rock. They've already hyped that out, man, numerous times in recent weeks. Don't you want your go-home Raw to end with the main event feud, which would have been John Cena and Rock? It seems like, you know, the CM Punk Taker, although it's not the main event, that's the main feud. You know, and they ended Raw with that last night.
So,
you know?
Also, you got to look at what their plans is. Like, what are they doing on the show? All right, so the plan for the final Raw, the plan for to build up to Taker Punk is going to be this big, elaborate, fake druids, this and that. That's like a big thing. That's a big to do. So that's a good way to end the show, as opposed to, all right, well, what are we doing with Rock and Cena this week? Well, they each get a promo. All right, so Cena will start the show, Rock will end the show.
Right.
It's kind of like a flat way to end the show, like ending the show on that crazy note.
Well,
what it is,
what about? I mean,
it's
not like we haven't already seen Cena and Rock, you know, in a match before. I mean, they've already been in a match, so it's not like you have to keep both guys split apart, right? You don't want them to touch each other until WrestleMania, like they're doing with Ryback and Mark Henry, right? There's a no contact clause that they've got going in. We've already seen John Cena and Rock have a physical altercation, so why not, you know, hype your WrestleMania main event between those two and have them, you know, end Raw with both guys just duking it out, you know, go off the show, something like that, man. It's not, like I said, dude, they've already had the physical altercation, so just do it, you know what I mean? There's no reason.
I think the mindset WWE is almost like a UFC mindset, where they think just the fact that Rock and Cena are having a rematch is enough to sell that match. Like, there's nothing they can do to make people more interested in Rock Cena than there's already going to be natural interest just to see who wins this time or how they do it, and how they handle everything. But Undertaker Punk, on the other hand, is something that they've never sold before. There is no back history to it. It's a brand new program, so they have to use as much TV time to develop that program leading into Mania, because it's not established already the way Cena and Rock was for an entire year, and then the blow off last year, and then the last few months.
That's true. That's true. All right, let's get the plugs out of the way, then we'll get into Monday Night Raw. We've already talked a little bit about it, but we'll get into it more in depth here in just a couple minutes. We're going to take a poll. We'll come up with something. You guys can make it in the chat room. Come up with something good. We'll put it up on the website. Galleries, we're going to have Matty Boone is going to be getting to work this week. Finally, better late than never. It's WrestleMania week. I'm going to put Matt Boone to work come later this week. So
I missed one day. I missed Sunday, I think. That was it, right?
You've missed, you motherfucker, dude, for the last 3 months, you ain't done shit. You ain't done shit for galleries, dude.
I don't know about all that.
Oh, come on, dude. You were gone for almost an entire month, bro. You were gone for a month. There was a time where you didn't do a gallery. You didn't do a gallery from like January 25th, and then you came back like February 22nd or something. Something crazy.
And you didn't pay me for that month. So what the fuck are we talking about? As soon as I came back, I worked.
But I'm saying, if like you're an employee, right, and you don't give your boss any notice, hey man, I'm gonna be going on vacation, or hey, I'm gonna take a month off. You know, I got a cell phone, dude. You could pick up the phone, you could call and be like, yo, I'm not gonna be around. I don't have internet. Nothing, bro. Nothing. You just took 4 weeks off, no notice, no nothing. And you stuck me with galleries.
Is that true? I could swear I told you that I moved into the apartment. I don't think your facts are right on that one. But either way, I've been back to work. What do you bring up bullshit for? Out of the last 3 days, I worked 2. I missed 1 day, and it was a weekend day. So, fuck off.
All right. Shut up, dude. Shut up. All right. So galleries. No, Matty Boone's back. He's put up some good galleries over the past couple of days. So go check him out, WZROnline.com/photos. We're gonna have set photos from WrestleMania, all the access photos. I've got 7 different people. 7? I think 7, 6 or 7 different people that are going to Access, that are going to be sending in photos and fan reports. I'm going to forward the galleries over to Boone. Boone's going to be putting Access photos up and all sorts of good stuff. So WZROnline.com/photos for that. We still haven't done the server switch. We're going to wait until after WrestleMania to do that. Having a problem with my current server company. They do not want to let me out of my contract, if you will. And I've got the new company ready to go. I need to get the current company to ease up on their fucking. It's a bunch of crap.
Give me a home address, a baseball bat, and a ski mask. I'll take care of it.
I'm about ready to do that, brother. I'm about ready to do that with these people, you know. So we're gonna wait until after WrestleMania to do that. No SmackDown tapings tonight. Like I said, they taped everything prior to Raw last night in Washington. Spoilers are up on WZROnline.com. And one last thing. The Buffalo Bills, okay? We fired Ryan Fitzpatrick. We fired Ryan. Listen, you got your Reggie Bush da-da-da-da-da last week, dude. Your whole spiel about that, right? We fired Ryan Fitzpatrick, our quarterback, all right? He was terrible. We picked up Kevin Kolb. Bro, Kevin Kolb, the Arizona Cardinals, like a backup quarterback or a starting quarterback who sucked it up last week. I think with they want to get somebody out of the draft. They want to get like a good QB, and they're gonna bring in a rookie starting quarterback. But if the rookie doesn't work out, then they're gonna go with Kevin Kolb, who's already established, has played in regular NFL games. You know what I mean? But good lord, what the fuck are we thinking, man? It's stupid. Anyways.
It's not good management, but, yeah. Also, hey, have you ever fucking had, like, a real bad earache before?
You know what? I took, not me, but this has to do with ears. I took, Reggie. Reggie's been having a big problem with, it's just, in both ears, this is gonna sound nasty, but in both ears, you know, if I stick a Q-tip in there, all this gunk comes out, right? And over the past couple of days, it really started to smell, dude. It was just a nasty, nasty smell. And it was coming out of both ears. So I made a vet appointment last week. I couldn't take him in until today. I brought him up to the vet at 3 o'clock, and they finally gave me some ear drops and medicine and things like that. So hopefully, he's going to be good to go. But we'll see. Why? You got an earache?
Yeah, I mean, I knew I was sick. I don't know if you can tell by my voice. It sounds to me like my voice is in the middle of, like, going hoarse or whatever. But I have this throat problem. Like, it's swollen and scratchy, kind of like when I used to throat fuck you back in the day. Same thing.
Oh, Jesus.
Right before we get on the air, I get a fucking earache, and now I'm, like, deaf in my right ear. And it's fucking time, like, trying to...
Why, why, even though you're only joking, right? Even though you're only joking, why do you bring up some queer ass shit on here, dude? You used to throat fuck me. You used to fucking. You used to
throw like comment to me, but for the next 3 weeks you're gonna be like,
no, you just. No, I'm just saying. There's some fucking queer ass shit that you bring up on here. We're like, oh yeah, dude, I used to fucking suck your dick, dude. All 7.5 inches.
You need to learn to take a front fucking
no, I'm saying,
a little more liberal.
I'm saying, dude. I'm very comfortable in my sexuality, but to hear another dude, to hear another dude, yeah, stuck my. Steven, what even crosses your mind to say, oh yeah, dude, I used to throat fuck you, dude. I used to suck on your dick.
I was worried. I was listening to you talk about your dog's junky ears. I was like, all right, what am I gonna say now? Oh, I'm talking about my earache and my throat being sore. Oh, what kind of gay thing? I said, I throat fuck Ryan. And that's why his throat's sore, that kind of thing. I just came up with a little body.
It's terrible. It is terrible. I think he does, Rock. The Rock on the chair, I think he does. I think he's got a man crush on me or something. It's something, dude.
The 2008 in the chat says Boone wants Clark, but apparently Mr. Rock wasn't listening to the program so far because if he were listening to the show, he would have heard I already had Clark. I throat fucked him a couple years ago in New York. You must have missed that part.
Oh, yeah, dude. Big dick right in your mouth. My big fucking dick right in your mouth. Throat fuck.
Yeah.
You fucking
I was like,
you queer.
You had a feedback, people having the back of their throat. What's that thing called? I don't know what it's called.
Tonsils.
Yeah,
your tonsils.
That with my 7.5er. Just bing, bing, bing.
Yeah.
Come
on, don't fuck up my soundboard, dude. I said I did the tell me. He didn't just say that, and you got to talk over it.
Oh, bro, you don't understand. I can't hear anything when you play that stuff.
Well, you got to get a headset or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Shit,
you playing something now?
This would be a good one. You have a vagina. All right.
Is there any progress on doing a video version of WZR? Are we looking at that anymore, or is that just?
No, Daniel's got a big thing going over there though. YouTube.com/WZR archive. You guys should check that out, man. He's really done an awesome job with the page over there. YouTube.com/WZR archive. So go check that out. And I think eventually we're gonna move over to YouTube, and then that'll allow us to do video and things like that. I don't know if I want to do video.
Get a webcam, like a microphone or something?
Yeah, you ain't gonna pull no funny shit though, right, dude? If we do like video, you ain't gonna stand up and whip out your cock or nothing like that.
No, I'm not gay, dude. I don't want nobody staring at my dick. I don't mind talking about shoving it down your throat a few years ago, but I don't want anybody seeing it.
This motherfucker, dude. Alright, get through our live chat room, WZROnline.com. /chat, WZROnline.com/chat. Alright, so Monday Night Raw from last night, right? They opened it up.
You know, I even consider if we do a video show, that means I gotta like take a shower and put like a nice fucking shirt on and make sure I'm not standing in front of something stupid behind me, you know what I mean?
I'm gonna sit here with my sandals and my socks and my backwards hat and my headset. I'm gonna look like a homeless bum, dude. I'm not dressing up for nobody. This is WZR already. You ain't gotta dress up.
From the neck up, you gotta look presentable. Like if you have hair like I do, you wear a hat. But if you got hair, I can't just like have that head and be on camera. You know what you should do? You got that super desk, don't you? Where you got like 3 desks put together for your little computer area. You should just flip the camera around and have like that be your background, all that technical equipment and shit, because it just looks real professional.
You know what?
WWF Studios or whatever.
You know what my father does? My father takes photos and then he prints them out, right? And they're like large photos, so we could take like a photo of the WZR radio logo. You know, the one that's on the T-shirts. You know, the one that's on the main website. It's on the T-shirts. It's on the front.
T-shirts that nobody bought. Yeah, I remember this.
The T-shirts that nobody bought. Speaking of T-shirts, if you guys want a T-shirt, it's $20 each one, right? $25 for you guys in the United Kingdom. Shoot me an email, webmaster@prowrestlingscoops.com. We'll get them out to you as soon as possible, as soon as we get your money, and we'll ship them out.
2 questions about a T-shirt.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
What do you have, like a whole bedroom full of boxes of T-shirts that you're just hanging on? Like, how many do you got sitting around in a closet somewhere?
I got.
Two.
I got 2 boxes and there's 100 in each one. there's 200. I got 200 that I'm ready to get rid of. 200 of them.
Oh God, one of the greatest I told you shows ever. You're like, dude, we could easily sell 1,000 in the first year. I'm like, dude, you won't sell 10 shirts, bro.
Yeah.
Guy's got hundreds of them in boxes in his house.
Yeah.
I was gonna say. Part two was if you decided to give them away for free, I bet you still couldn't get rid of more than 100 T-shirts. If they were free and you paid shipping, I bet you still couldn't get rid of 100.
Way to fucking. This is my co-host, man. Way to help me promote WZR Radio and the WZR Army. Way to help me promote. Instead, my co-host, the guy that's supposed to help me promote WZR Online, help me promote WZR Radio, says you couldn't even give away 100 of them if they were free, motherfucker. The fuck is wrong with you?
You hear people like, who was it, Bubba the Love Sponge on Stern, he was talking about T-shirts, and Stern's like, how many have you sold? I'm like, honestly, yeah, he's like 50. And that motherfucker's a nationally fucking syndicated shit, you know what I mean?
Yo, wait a minute.
How many people do you see walking around with radio show T-shirts on
in
everyday life?
Listen, you were in the chat room, alright? You were in the chat room, and I asked, months ago, last year, at some point last year, I asked all the people in the chat, I said, if I were to get WZR Radio, WZR Army T-shirts, would you guys want them? And you know damn well that at least 80% of the chat room responded and said yes. You were there.
80% of the what? 80% of the what?
80% of the chat room, which is, 70 people. About 70 people, right? I'd say
70 people, but 70 of the most diehard marks we've got. Check it out. Just
right.
Let me put it into perspective really quick.
Okay.
Everybody in the chat room, if we came out with WZR condoms, Magnum-sized condoms, would you guys buy those? You ready?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
And guess what? If we actually went and did it, do you think all those people would really buy those condoms? Of course not. They say yes to everything.
So what are you saying? The WZR Army's a bunch of liars? Is that what they are? They're a bunch of, you calling them all a bunch of liars?
No,
they kind of are.
They're your diehard fans. They're going to agree with everything you say. You're never wrong. Ever.
It's terrible. They fucked me. They fucked me on the T-shirts, man. All these people that are saying yes right now, all of them said that they wanted a T-shirt, and nobody sent me an email. Nobody sent me any money. It's sad. It's sad. I got 2 boxes of them.
You were so excited. It's not the same as offering everybody a free soda, because that's just like, all right, you're going to send me something for free? Go ahead. Here's my address. This is a little more involved, and it's a lot more to ask of fans. And a lot of our fans, you got to remember, probably don't even own a credit card. If I had to ask their mom, and they're in England, they're like, Mommy, can I borrow your credit card to buy a radio, internet, T-shirt from America?
Dude, number one, how would I take a credit card, number one? I can't take credit cards. They would have to send cash or a money order in the mail. I can't take credit cards. What do you mean it's worse? I mean, you've never heard of somebody sending a money order in the mail? Dude, it happens all the time. Happens all the time.
Again, you're asking them to go to the store and get a money order and then get a fucking envelope and then fucking stamps and write it out. It's a lot of work for a fucking
whatever.
Sucks anyway.
Whatever. Webmaster@prowrestlingscoops.com. I better get a couple emails now. I better get a couple emails after we go off the air.
I still ain't got it. I still don't have a shirt.
You ain't
for free. I still ain't got one.
Motherfucker, you ain't getting one. Get the fuck out of here. After you trash the T-shirts, you trash them, you trash the show, you ain't getting no T-shirt, motherfucker.
I didn't say I was gonna wear it, motherfucker. I need like something to wipe my counters off with in the kitchen.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a fucking good one.
Yeah.
This fucking douchebag, man.
Don't wax my fucking car with a t-shirt, whatever. It's got a multi-purpose thing going on.
Take that 7.5-inch cock out, do your thing that you supposedly do 14 times per week, and then use it as a rag. You know, sometimes, never mind. Sometimes you use the sock. You know what I mean? If there's a sock laying around, you got to clean up your mess, and you take a sock, and you could use the t-shirt, and you could do that.
Or a napkin or something. That's what I was saying. Yeah, I'll use a t-shirt for that too. It's an all-purpose cleaner. I mean, I'm never gonna wear it, so I'll jerk off into it. I'll blow my nose into it. I'll wipe my ass with it. Whatever I need.
Unbelievable. All right.
And it's a black t-shirt too, so it's perfect. You won't feel all the stains and shit like that.
What are you talking about? It's a that's the worst thing about it. It's a black t-shirt, so you are gonna see the stains. If it was a white t-shirt, it's gonna mix.
You'll see the cum stains. Yeah. Well, I mean, anything you jerk off into is gonna get sticky and nasty, like fucking beach towels or whatever. But you turn inside out, problem solved. Boom.
You know your damn role and shut your damn mouth.
Monday Night Raw from last night. John Cena comes out to the ring, right? He kicks off this week's Raw. It's the go-home show to WrestleMania. They're in Washington D.C., right? So he makes the jokes about Rock and the Democrats and the Republicans. He says once again references the crowd. Half the crowd hates him, and half the crowd likes him. He says, he's sick and tired of the childish games, and he's going to win the WWE title at WrestleMania from Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. He said last year he would have came out and basically trashed The Rock and said, he didn't respect the WWE fans. He no longer feels that way. Rock came in, beat him fair and square last year, now has the WWE title, has been back for a while. He's got a lot more respect for him than he did last year, and once again, this Sunday, he's taking back the WWE title. So
it's a bad sign when he's building up to the apex of his go-home promo for the main event of the biggest show of the year, and the entire arena is chanting, boring.
Oh, my God. I know. Well, you know what? And as CM Punk, right? CM Punk's out there in the main event last night, and, he's dumping the ashes out, and the crowd's chanting, CM Punk. And I'm thinking, this motherfucker, they're trying to make this dude out to be the worst heel that he can possibly be, and here you guys are chanting CM Punk at him, you know what I mean?
At least I don't even want to get into this whole thing, because if it turns into a big thing, then it's stupid timing, because it's an old issue, but my God, if the fucking writers, if it was like Vince Russo, that's a bad example because look where he turned out to be, but he was innovative during the Attitude Era, and he saw talent, and was great at giving talent stuff to, he was responsible for a lot of that Austin shit, the beer truck, etc.
Right.
Same with The Rock. Could you imagine if he had CM Punk, or the writers realized how hot CM Punk was? You know what I mean? They would go with, like you said, he's doing all this evil shit, and they still like him better than everybody else because he's better than everybody else. So if they had the right writers to give him the type of material where he can do more, as opposed to here's some shit material, make it work, and he can make it work because he's that good. If they actually gave him good material, my God, he could be Stone Cold. He could be a whole new era.
He could.
Like that if they did it right.
No, you're right. You're right. We had Big Show, Randy Orton, and Sheamus. You guys know they're teaming up this Sunday at the pay-per-view. I think Randy Orton turns heel here. They faced 3MB. I think that was a rematch. Didn't we see that the previous? I believe so. Big Show picked up the win here for Big Show, Orton, and Sheamus. The Shield, right, comes down like they did on SmackDown. Dean Ambrose cut a quick promo, basically, telling them to enjoy their win tonight because that's not going to happen. They're not going to have time to celebrate on Sunday. Seth and Roman both, got a little bit of time on the mic as well. There was Daniel Bryan and Dolph Ziggler. These two had a great match. Dolph Ziggler finally picked up a win in recent weeks. He's been on a losing streak. We talked about it last week, though. You know what I mean with Ziggler. He's still got the Money in the Bank briefcase, so it doesn't.
My focus was on Bryan in that match because I realized. I mean, that's nothing new. I've already noticed. My God, that guy is over with the crowd. If he wasn't just a comedy act, he would be a huge deal too. Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
The crowd loves him, man.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. They need to, Daniel Bryan's kind of a babyface right now anyways, I mean, they tried to make him out to be a heel, and then the whole goat thing, caught on with the fans. He's got the beard and everything else. We had Shawn Michaels.
And the Diego Sanchez chant, obviously, but I just mean there's like a few guys as soon as their music hits, the crowd fucking erupts, and he's one of them.
Speaking of crowd erupting for music, we opened the show with this guy's music right here.
I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. I've got the look.
You ever notice, dude? The song is so, I think I'm cute, I think I'm sexy, but it's it's like a catchy tune that even if you're a dude, like as it's coming out, you're singing it in your mind. Even if you're not doing it out loud, you're humming it. I think I'm sexy, I know I'm sexy. You know what I mean? It's one of those songs that gets stuck in your head. Am I wrong? I'm not wrong.
I grew up with it. Yeah, the original idea behind this was originally Sherry sung this song, and she was ACK's manager, but then he kind of turned on her and was going more heelish. So just to be obnoxious, he sang his own theme song, and it was egotistical, like you said, about how sexy he is and shit.
Right.
I can't believe, though, he became such a big superstar and never changed it to, like, some kind of cool music. Because, that's a big deal. Everybody wants super cool fucking theme music, and there's nothing cool about, oh, Sean! It screams early 90s.
You know what the problem I have with Shawn Michaels, and I know he can cut a more serious promo, but I think he's got like that. It's the word I'm looking for. It's like
I'm waiting for this fucking IM to come through.
Yo,
what do you want?
It's like I was trying to tell you to speed up a little bit earlier. Yeah. Shawn Michaels. The problem I have with him is he's got like the John Cena. I don't know what the word is I'm looking for, but it's kind of corny, man. Like when Shawn comes out, he's a little bit corny on the mic. I know the dude can cut a more serious promo, and it's great. It's great when he does, but when he gets into that mode where it's the corny Shawn, I don't know, man.
Trying to be funny.
When he tries to be funny, and it's the corny jokes, and it comes across as John Cena like. You know what I mean?
Very much.
But so he comes out and he's talking about Triple H's match with Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 29. Triple H eventually comes out, interrupts here, and Triple H says, listen, if you're trying to tell me to back out of this match at WrestleMania, it's not going to happen. Save that for somebody else. I've already taken the match. I've already agreed to the stipulations. Save that crap for someone else. And Shawn basically said, no, I'm not here to tell you to back out of the match. I'm actually going to be, this is where he confirmed that he was going to be at WrestleMania. We put that up on the website just a couple of weeks ago. That there was talk of having him in the corner of Triple H at WrestleMania. So that's what he said on Raw, that, I'm going to be there. WrestleMania, how could you have a WrestleMania without Shawn Michaels? I'm going to be in your corner. And, of course, you're going to have Paul Heyman on the other side. So I'd expect a super kick or something like that. We'll talk about it more in our predictions, At some point during the match, you'll get a Shawn Michaels super kick on Paul Heyman.
That's what I was going to say. They obviously they added him specifically for the match psychology. Like, all right, well, now we got an extra body we can play with and create more obstacles with in the flow of the match. But they didn't really give any reason why he's going to be there. Like, you know what I mean? You're expecting him to be like, oh, don't put your career on the line, this and that, and he doesn't. And which is fine. At least they didn't do the obvious thing. But instead of doing the obvious thing, they did nothing. They're just like, oh, I'm going to be standing out there to watch you kick his ass, and everybody's like, okay.
But you are going to have a super kick. I mean, Shawn will be on the outside.
The whole reason is to set up spot during the match, but there's no storyline for him to be there, and it's almost getting to the point where he going to be in Triple H's corner every time he has a match now. Like, I know they're friends in real life.
Yeah, but you know how it is. It's WrestleMania, Mr. WrestleMania, Shawn Michaels. So that's kind of the reason they're putting him on the show.
Yeah.
And not only that, but that'll get a great reaction from 70,000, 80,000 fans at MetLife Stadium. You've got Heyman on the outside. You've got Shawn on the outside. Eventually, Paul Heyman will try to get involved in the match or something when the guys are on the outside. I mean, it's a no holds barred match pretty much, right? So
you can almost guarantee there's going to be a super kick into a pedigree, like you said. Whether or not that's the finish they use or not, we'll see.
No, I don't think so. I think it happens on the outside. I think Shawn will be on the outside, Heyman will be on the outside, Triple H and Brock Lesnar.
You don't think they'll do that with false finish?
No, Triple H will be on the outside, fighting Brock Lesnar, and Brock Lesnar will be in control. Paul Heyman will come over, and it'll be Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar, basically beating up on Triple H. Shawn Michaels comes around from the other side, taps Paul Heyman on the back, and when Paul Heyman turns around, he gets a super kick, and then Paul Heyman's laid out for, the rest of the match, So
yeah, well, it gets involved right at the end when you think you forget about him and then he's back. But
yeah.
you always have like a schedule, so I don't know. Maybe you want to talk about this an hour or two. What do you think about the Hall of Fame and what they did with Stephanie?
They just announced Vince McMahon sent a tweet. He's going to induct Donald Trump into the Hall of Fame. So we'll talk about that in hour number 2. Yeah. So Shawn Michaels, basically the whole idea here was, they're going to set up a match. The match is already set. Shawn's going to be in the corner of Triple H. So that was that. Wade Barrett defeated Zack Ryder. It was good to see Zack Ryder out on Raw, but once again, the crowd could have cared less, man. Zack Ryder gets a good pop when he comes out, and then, in the middle of the match, the crowd just dies out, and that's not good, for him. Obviously, Wade Barrett picked up the win here over Zack Ryder. Santino Marella.
There's on commentary building the prelim.
Right.
The pre-show match for the pay-per-view.
Building that up. There's going to be a couple.
From grace for that poor bastard. 2 years ago, he wins the main event of WrestleMania. Now he's not even on the pay-per-view. Like, god damn.
I know, but I think they may give him the title. I think Miz may get the title. We'll talk about that more in our pre-show. Give the IC title and then have a run with it. You know what I mean? Santino Marella, he did a backstage segment. He did an April Fool's joke. Vince McMahon's in the building and he's really angry and he's gonna fire, either Vicky Guerrero or Brad Maddox. Vicky got pissed off, that it was an April Fool's joke. So she put him in a match against Mark Henry. Ryback had a match on the show too, and they basically put him against jobbers to make him look, strong. Exactly. Make him look strong going into WrestleMania. So Mark Henry took out Santino. Ryback came out towards the end of the match, and Mark Henry said, listen, man, we've got a no contact rule, so don't do anything stupid. And then Ryback picked up Santino Marella and basically used him as a battering ram onto Mark Henry, who was on the outside. And the whole gist of that was, I didn't touch you, but I used Santino Marella, to take you out.
He used his body as a weapon. He beat the shit out of him with another team.
We had Zeb Coulter against Alberto Del Rio. This match really never happened. Del Rio won via disqualification. Del Rio was out there. He was toying with Zeb. Ricardo Rodriguez got involved here. And then, Swagger eventually ran in. They took Del Rio down. And then they just beat the living piss out of him with Ricardo Rodriguez's crutches that he's been on. And man, Del Rio put up a photo on Twitter. We have it on WZROnline.com. These welts, man. Did you see it, man? The photo that I put up this morning?
Oh, the title. I didn't see it.
Oh my god, yeah. Del Rio tweeted this photo. It's WZROnline.com/photos. I put up the photo this morning, and these welts are unbelievable, dude, on his back. Oh, dude, it's terrible.
It reminds me, because it reminded me of, I think it was 2006 when he used to dick whip you in the back, and you get big fucking 7-inch welts on your back and shit like it. It was kind of like that, right?
That's a good golf clap. We give him a golf clap. Hey. We had here's the Rock promo. We talked about this earlier, right? Pulled a Hulk Hogan, talked about running for president, right? You're in Washington, D.C. So John Cena referenced the Democrats and the Republicans. The Rock came out and said, instead of Barack, you could have The Rock as president. They did a spoof on Saturday Night Live with The Rock Obama or something like that, last year at some point. So Rock basically came out. It's the same exact promo we've heard time and time again, the same catchphrases. I'm going to kick your candy ass. Finally, The Rock has come back. Da-da-da-da-da-da. And, he's basically going into WrestleMania, and he's going to walk away still WWE Champion. We had Chris Jericho against Antonio Cesaro. This is a good match until Fandango came to the ring. And the problem I have here is Johnny Curtis is a great worker. He's probably one of the best workers on the current WWE roster, to be honest with you guys. Nobody's seen him wrestle. He's been on dark matches and things like that, but I'm telling you, we'll get into this more on the WrestleMania show that we do on Saturday night, 6 p.m. Eastern time. This is going to steal the show, man. Johnny Curtis, Fandango, great worker against Chris Jericho, can work a match with anybody. I really think you're going to see like a 4 or 5 star match between these two at WrestleMania. I really do, dude. They're not going to be chanting, you can't wrestle at Johnny Curtis or Fandango anymore after Sunday night, I really don't think so.
It might be the most technically pleasing match of the show. I don't know if it'll steal the show. To me, stealing the show is what gets the crowd in the biggest frenzy, what gets them out of their seats the most, shit like that.
Right.
And I think that'll be Taker Punk probably because they're going to throw everything in that one. To make you think Undertaker might lose, because otherwise how are they going to build that spot where like, oh shit, he might actually lose, you know what I mean? So they're going to go with some creative shit, I'm sure.
Right.
But like you said, we could tell just from the spot that he's having Fandango do that leg drop off the top that he's athletic as shit. He's got a good look. His gimmick is overrated, motherfucker. So now it's just time for him to deliver in the ring. And like you said, he's one of the best unknown workers in the company, so he should deliver.
We had the Funkadactyls against the Bella Twins, typical Divas match, and then
Tensai dresses up like Rose Clay now and does the whole routine with him.
Yeah, they call him Sweet Tea, so they're a tag team now. They're going to be on the pre-show. All right, and then we had the main event. We're going to come back from the commercial break. We're going to talk about the main event of Monday Night Raw last night. We already talked about that a little bit. Then we're going to get into Reed Flair, play the 911 calls for you, explain why we put them up on the website. We're going to do the rapid fire segment and be taking your live phone calls as well. I'm going to put the rapid fire segment up right now. Get your questions in. The earlier, the better.
If you want to take part in the rapid fire, which takes place in numero dos hour, you can go to facebook.com/Ryan Clark WZR. Once you get there, tap those flash for your rapid fire questions and comments. Shoot and brief, one line less. Don't answer other people's questions. That's our job. Get as many as you can now. We'll answer as many as we can after the break. Hour number 2, WZR. Go submit your questions and comments. Facebook.com/Ryan Clark WZR. We'll go take a big fat shit. Take us to the commercial, please.
You're listening to WZR Radio with Matt Boone and Ryan Clark. We'll be back right after that. WZR Radio here for hour numero 2. I'll be taking your rapid fire questions, live phone calls.
What are you distracted with over there? You're not good at playing at all.
What?
You're distracted by something and everybody can tell. Why don't you tell everybody what the fuck you're doing?
I'm doing what? Oh, I
don't know. That's what I'm asking you.
I got a piece of gum in my mouth. Sorry. We're good.
Decided to chew a little bubble gum during the commercial.
Sorry. Had to take my dick out of your fucking throat, dude. My bad.
I was saying, you used to chew on my fucking ejaculate, but now it's bubble gum right here. Okay.
I knew it was coming, you fucking douchebag.
You know it's coming, all right.
It's a good one, motherfucker. So anyway, we got a live chat room on and in progress. WZROnline.com. /chat. Look at that. Look at the top of the chat room, right? They know what's up, man.
Yeah, I was reading that earlier.
You know, at least somebody feels bad for me, man. You know how much I spent on these t-shirts. I spent almost $2,000 on these t-shirts, man. And I really do, man. I got 200 in a box right now, and spent I think $1,900. I'm not making a dime. Well, if I'm charging these guys $20 per t-shirt, man, and I'm making, after shipping, I think I make like 50 cents or $1 depending on where it is. I'm not making anything off these. I just figured, man, when I put the notice out there, everybody said they wanted them. I'm not bitching. I know you're gonna give me a big wah, whatever, dude, but I got all these t-shirts. I got all these t-shirts for these guys, and nobody came through, and it's like, damn, bro, that's $2,000 that I kind of wasted because everybody said that they were gonna get them. You know, nobody did. So whatever.
Well, what you do is you hide something that's highly sought after in your shirts, and then really sell those, and the people just get the shirt with it, like $20 crack rock, or 8x10 glossy photo of me naked holding a fucking rake or something. Something that everybody universally is gonna want, or enjoy, like the crack. Maybe they don't want it, but they enjoy it, and you sell that. And the kicker is, you get this free T-shirt with it, and then boom, you get all your T-shirts.
Well, there you go. Do something like that. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe we'll sell a couple. I don't know. WebmasterProWrestlingScoops.com. If you guys want them, you want them. If you don't want them, you don't want them. You know.
Yeah. Well, basically, in short, I'm saying you should get into the crack cocaine business. That's all.
Anyways, live chat room. We gotta talk about. We gotta finish up Monday Night Raw from last night, the main event segment, and then I do want to get into Reed Flair just a little bit, and then we'll open it up to live phone calls and whatever else you guys want to do in hour number 2. So, Taker comes out last night on Raw, right? Cuts a promo. basically saying, WrestleMania, the undefeated streak's going to continue on, and what he's going to do to CM Punk is, da 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 da. He's basically gonna fuck him up at WrestleMania. That's when the lights go out, and you hear. So Paul Heyman comes out dressed up as Paul Bearer. Photos, WZROnline.com/photos. Get there, you can check them out. And all these druids come out, and
yeah, it's the old school Undertaker shtick where they have that ominous, eerie, almost like church-like noise going on in the background, like. They're walking down with the big torches, and they got the fucking hoods on. We paint a picture here on WZR, goddammit. CM Punk was under one of the hoods, and then whooping Undertaker's candy ass, and then dropped the urn and spilled all the ashes all over Undertaker. End show.
Did you say what did you say was whooping the Undertaker's candy ass? Get the fuck out of here, dude.
We got a little carried away, man. I thought we were in Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Is that what it was? It's also not The Rock, dude. It's CM Punk and the Undertaker. It's got nothing to do with candy asses, but that's all right. We'll go with it. So, anyways, CM Punk's a druid, and Taker comes up the ramp, and he beats that candy ass of CM Punk and Paul Heyman, who's dressed up as Paul Bearer as well. And then, the urn, Taker's about to grab the urn. He's obviously, being beaten down. Taker, Punk beats him with the urn a little bit more, and then takes off the cap and sprinkles out ashes or sand, whatever it was. It was not Paul Bearer's real ashes. People really believe that shit, man. It's crazy how dumb wrestling fans can be, dude. If you ever read, like, Facebook.com/WWE, some of the comments under their threads, I mean, these people really believe that this is serious stuff, that Triple H and Brock Lesnar, they don't like each other in real life, and Taker and CM Punk, they hate each other in real life, and, they're going to fight.
Yeah, a lot of it's the younger fans, too. They pretty much eat what they're fed. But it's funny that, especially with the urn, Ryan Seacrest and Ali G. Borat or whatever, they did the same fucking angle at the Oscars or something. Remember on the red carpet, he dumped the fucking urn all over Ryan Seacrest on his suit and shit?
Was it an urn?
It was supposed to be a dictator's ashes. The big feedback wasn't really a dictator's ashes. That was just saying. No, the feedback was, wow, he just dumped ashes all over that motherfucker.
Right, right.
But WWE fans tend to miss the point. They're like, it wasn't really Paul Bearer's ashes. I'm like, motherfuckers. Why are you focusing on the dumb fucking details?
It's just crazy that I mean, I'm used to, we report for the dirt sheets, you know what I mean, and I'm used to smart fans that know the backstage politics and people that listen to this radio show, but you go to WWE's official, website or their Facebook, man, and these people honestly believe that when these guys are out there wrestling in the ring, they believe that, the outcome is not scripted, if a guy like Randy Orton goes out there and faces Alberto Del Rio, who's really going to win? They don't think that the outcome is pre-planned and, the matches are laid out. They really think this stuff is the real deal, So,
I mean, the whole point of wrestling is to suspend your disbelief, and it'd be like telling a magician, like, you didn't really pull a bird out of that hat, like,
right.
It's a trick. Like, what are you focusing on how he's doing it? Just enjoy the trick or don't watch it.
Yeah, but that's part of our job is to be, behind the scenes and kind of spoil it for the people that honestly believe that it's real. You know what I mean? Unfortunately. But yeah, there's a lot of people that really do believe this. So no, if you're one of those people listening, it was not Paul Bearer's real ashes in the urn last night. But anyways, so he dumps out the ashes, and then, he sprinkles them, and he's touching himself, and he's covered in ashes. I've been telling you guys for weeks that, not that, but,
Paul Bearer's kids, because I was about to ask you that. Didn't they have, like, a reaction to this angle?
Yeah, Paul Bearer's kids, had basically every week WWE had been calling Michael and Daniel Moody, the real-life sons of Paul Bearer, and had gotten everything approved. And up until this point, everything was fine.
You really had a kid named Michael Moody?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We've had him on here before. Yeah. So
he's in the business too.
Michael and Daniel Moody are the real life children of Paul Bearer. So basically, everything's been approved through them, and they know that if Paul was around, of course nobody knows this, I've said it time and time, Paul's dead right now, so we have no way of knowing, but Paul was always a guy that knew that everything was the storyline, it was an angle, and it was for entertainment purposes only, and basically would have gone along with anything that WWE suggested. Always had, always did, never threw a fit, never bitched about any storylines or anything like that. So they, the two sons were contacted yesterday, and WWE told them one thing about how the angle was going to go down. And then what happened on Raw, you know, when I saw it, I said, wow, did the Sons really approve this? And it turns out they came out today on Facebook, and Michael Moody said, if anyone is wondering, this is a quote, if anyone is wondering, yes, WWE did come to us wanting approval for tonight's storyline. The way it was presented to us was okay. Seeing it on screen was a different story. I don't even know what to say. And then Daniel Moody chimed in with just totally different. So basically what happened is WWE contacted them earlier in the day, asked them if they could go with a storyline about ashes and possibly dumping the ashes out, and then there were a lot of edits, and they basically said, fuck this, man, we got the Sons to approve, and then I think they went overboard with it, you know?
I'll tell you exactly what it was, just knowing how they are. And what it was they probably called them when they had the seeds, the germ of the idea, and probably the only thing they knew at the time was we're going to spill the ashes on the final Raw before Mania, and they asked us,
that's what it was.
Okay if we pretend to spill the ashes?
Right.
Kids say yes. Of course, they do those late rewrites leading into Raw an hour or two before the show. They probably, hey, let's have him fucking dump it all over Undertaker and have Punk like fucking rub it all over his chest and shit.
That's what it was.
And then they don't bother calling the Sons for approval on that, because as far as they're concerned, they got the approval for all they needed, which was, can we get the ashes out of that fucking iron and use it on TV?
Right, exactly. That's what it was. Can we spill the ashes on TV is probably the reason that WWE gave to them, and they said, yeah, you can do that. And then when it turned out that, you know, he dumped them all over Taker, and then he was basically rubbing and fondling himself.
Taking a shower with it, yeah,
you know,
man's ashes.
Fondling himself with the ashes as Raw ended. I don't think they expected, they didn't expect him to go that far with it. But, like Boone said, they got the approval from the Sons that we were going to spill the ashes. How they were going to spill the ashes probably wasn't told.
Yeah, or what they do with them once they're spilled, they just filled in the blanks themselves without asking permission for that shit.
So when the Sons come out, you know, and he basically says it was totally, I mean, the Son, Michael Moody, he doesn't say that, you know, he has a problem with it, but you can clearly tell that he's agitated by it, where he says, I don't even know what to say, seeing it on screen was a different story. So clearly they were agitated by what WWE did. Now, of course, at WrestleMania, Taker, I mean, some of you guys in the chat room don't agree with this, but Taker's going to go 21-0. He's going to get the urn back, and my whole thing was he's going to get the urn back at WrestleMania. I talked about this earlier, but when he gets the urn back, the ashes are no longer, unless the ashes reappear, Paul Bearer, you know, Taker's got superpowers, right, where he can make lightning strike, and he can do this, and you get like a corny angle where the ashes are back in the urn. Taker puts his hand up, and a streak of lightning comes down, and the ashes are back in the urn, or something like that. You know what I mean? You all right over there? Everything good?
No, I'm telling you, man, if I was anybody else, I'd have called in sick, but the amount of shit that I've shown up and done shit, like I've done shows where I wasn't even conscious, so I just figured, I'll just be sick. It's fucking hard, man.
All right, so the Bears.
I can't breathe, for Christ's sake.
Wah! I can't breathe. Wah!
I need some of that clean New York air with snow and shit. Maybe it'll clear my fucking sinuses.
All right.
I picked a better one than damn.
Well, I did the shut up, but you talked over the top of it. You didn't even hear it. You're too busy talking. Kapuya, 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 kapuya. All right. So that was Monday Night Raw from last night. Now we need to get into a more difficult story to talk about, which was the passing of.
Well, can we do that after the Hall of Fame? Because that's part of WrestleMania too.
Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. What do you want to talk about with the Hall of Fame?
Mainly that they bumped Foley off the TV. Like, he's just going to be an off-TV induction now that they'll show highlights of, and like probably 30-second video package, pre-recorded. You know what I mean? Just so Stephanie could induct Trish. You know, I get the Donald Trump one. They want to have their celebrity on TV and then the biggest name and then another name or two. But goddamn, Mick Foley in New York, Hall of Fame. He got more WWE history to the current fan base of wrestling fans than anybody being inducted, and he's not even going to be on TV. That just seems crazy to me.
Well, I mean, listen, there's always been something between Triple H and Mick Foley. We've talked about it numerous times on here, and Trish, I mean, it comes down to Trish Stratus. I know the Divas division, people, you know, we all look down upon it because Divas suck, man. It's like a piss break, you know, when they're on TV. But when it comes down to it, you know Bruno Sammartino is going to be the headliner. They're going to put him on TV. You know Donald Trump because of the celebrity stuff. You know they're going to put him on TV. Then it comes down to Trish Stratus or Mick Foley, and when you think about it, you know, Mick Foley's always been one of the top guys in WWE, taking numerous bumps. But keep in mind, Trish Stratus is, I mean, I would say Trish Stratus is just as big of a name as Mick Foley. You don't think so? No,
absolutely not, dude. Come on, Mick Foley and Trish Stratus. What are we talking about? You know. But
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It has nothing to do with the equalness of Trish and or Foley. The whole reason he got bumped is because fucking the boss's wife / the boss's daughter, you know, depending on who you consider the boss these days, Triple H or Vince. Either way, because she's doing the induction. You think if Lita was inducting Trish, they would have bumped Foley? Because I don't. I think it's because Stephanie wants to cut an out-of-character promo and induct Trish into the Hall of Fame, and they want to launch her Twitter and make that aware to the television audience. It's like all about Stephanie, I think. I don't think it has anything to do with Trish or Foley.
Yeah, it was interesting that she chose Stephanie McMahon, as everybody thought that Lita was going to be the one to induct her, you know. But Lita's a Hall of Famer, right? Didn't she win in? Did she go in last year?
No,
she's not. She's not a Hall of Famer yet? She's not a Hall of Famer yet? Okay, all right. They put Trish in first. All right, no doubt. Then I guarantee you when Lita's inducted into the Hall of Fame, she's going to remember this, dude. She's not going to choose Trish to induct her. You can bet that, dude. There's no way that Trish is going to induct her. It's a big list this year. I mean, every name on the list, man, is a big name. I mean, Booker T, right? Booker T's in the Hall of Fame. You know, I mean, there's a lot of people this year that are in the Hall of Fame, and you can't put them all on TV. I just think it comes down to, it obviously came down to Mick Foley or Trish Stratus, and they went with Trish to, I mean, she's one of the top divas of all time, and I know she's only a diva, but Mick Foley, I mean, Trish Stratus, you got to remember, if you were to put Trish Stratus, let's say that it was the men being inducted, right? And we'll put Trish Stratus up there. Trish Stratus was a main eventer. She's one of the top divas of all time in WWE, in wrestling, top divas of all time. I think she deserves a spot on TV. But it sucks for Mick Foley. I agree with that too. You know, it's a hard choice to make, dude. I don't think.
Well, it's also, we need to look at it demographically. Like, all right, we need our legend and our main eventer. That's Bruno. We need a celebrity. That's Donald Trump. We need a woman of some kind. There's Trish. And I guess Foley just didn't have something unique enough about him to say, well, we need a blank also.
Right.
And Foley's just a really good fucking wrestler that worked his ass off for that company and gave him some moments like coming off the cage and shit that will live on forever. Name one moment Trish Stratus had that is as iconic as Foley going off the cage or going through the cage or whatever. She doesn't have any. You know, and he had like a fucking 20, 30-year career. Trish had like an 8-year career or some bullshit. You know, and a lot of time off in between. But I think in general, the fact that they put the Hall of Fame on TV just fucking ruined the whole concept. Because the coolest thing about it was hearing guys like Ric Flair talk out of character, but in an entertaining way with the audience there reacting to his entire career for an hour, you know, and just shooting the shit. And now they give him like 5 minutes to have him speed through it for television. And it's like, man, that's not. It shouldn't be a problem. This is their fucking the cap on their entire career. Like these guys have 34-year careers, and this is like their big goodbye moment, you know.
Well,
you know, I'm in the Hall of Fame. I'm retired. This is my big send off. Give them more than 5 minutes. Don't fucking limit their time. Don't tell them what they can and can't say. Don't tell them who's inducting them, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But everything with WWE has to be turned into business. So it's just another TV show every year. Yeah,
it's. I think they're going to give them a good amount of time, and then they'll do the edits for TV. You know what I mean? They'll do something like that. I mean, it's the same thing with the. If you win a Grammy award, I mean that's like the main award that you can win in Hollywood, and they only give them a minute or two for their speech, and then they start cueing the music up. I mean WWE.
Like Flame Style in the chat. saying you have to buy the DVD to see the full thing. They edited it on TV, but they still give them a time limit when they're out.
Right.
There.
No, they do. They do. Absolutely.
Because they have the main event people get inducted live, so everybody else has to be done by a certain time so they can start the TV portion.
Well, that won't be happening. The Hall of Fame is not airing on Saturday. It actually airs next Tuesday night. On the USA Network, so they are going to be able to edit it down and pick and choose, with segments.
Hopefully they let them have no time limit on the speeches thing.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Last year there was a time limit for these guys.
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk about what we'll do on Saturday night. We'll run down the Hall of Fame, all the people that are being inducted, and then we'll do our WrestleMania 29 predictions as well.
We should have. I won't say his name. I'll say his initials. I work for him. We should have him call in from the Hall of Fame or whatever.
Yeah, we can do that. We'll figure something out. So we're gonna be Saturday night, 6:00 Eastern time. We are gonna go against the Hall of Fame next Tuesday night. I don't know exactly what time it's airing on the USA Network, but we'll figure something out. If we have to start earlier next Tuesday, we'll do so. But no, we need to move on to a more sombering story. This past tragic story. This past Friday, Reid Flair, the son of Ric Flair. Ric Flair's got a daughter, Ashley Flair, who's currently down in NXT working under the name Charlotte. Imagine that. Charlotte being her ring name.
But we got pictures of her up too.
Yeah. And then he's got David Flair, who is his second son as well. Reid Flair was
Stacy Keibler, that lucky little fucking turd.
Lucky fucker, man. So Reid was found dead at about 10:35 a.m. on Friday morning. The police report came back. The 911 call came in at 10:35 a.m. Basically, some news that we haven't put up on the website. Ric Flair and Reid Flair were both scheduled for an indie event, big-time wrestling indie event on Friday night and Saturday night. They had a weekend tour. Reid, for some reason or another, we're not sure exactly why, was staying in a hotel. Reid lives in the Charlotte area, has an apartment in the Charlotte area, but he was at a hotel. And nobody really knows why. He had just come back earlier in the week from Japan, was wrestling overseas in Japan. Basically what happened is Rick tried to get a hold of Reid on Thursday night, didn't receive any phone calls, and then called him numerous times on Saturday morning. Still no answer from Reid. Rick went to the hotel that he knew that he was staying at, got the information of the hotel room, went to the room, knocked on the door, nobody answered the door. Went back down to the lobby, said, "I'm concerned, my son is staying here," not answering his cell phone, not answering the door. They had a maintenance worker go up and open the door, and when Rick walked in, he found Reid laying on a bed, not breathing, and blue and purple in the face. Rick immediately called 911. That's when the call came in at 10:35 a.m. And this is what you hear. We're going to play the 911 call right now, and then I'll explain why we're doing it, why I put it up on the websites. If you don't want to hear it, it is fairly difficult to listen to. It's about 2 minutes long. We're going to play it right now. This is Ric Flair, and you guys need to remember that Flair has his son just feet away from him, laying there dead. So he is frantic. So it's not the normal Ric Flair voice that, he's frantic. He basically screams.
I think the voice is doctored a little bit to this guy, too.
Right. And if the local Charlotte media outlets have raw audio, the one on TMZ doesn't necessarily sound like Ric Flair. The ones on the Charlotte media sound a lot more like Rick. But here is the 911 call that was made by Rick, who was the person, along with the maintenance worker, that found the body.
Hello? Hi, sir. Hello? The Charlotte Police Department. Did you need the police officer? What's going on with him?
He don't call me.
Okay,
He don't call me. It's purple, please.
Sir, we do have police on the way. Let me get you over to the medics as well. Hang on 1 second.
No, I'm at the whole...
I understand that, sir. Let me get you over to the medics so they can try to give you some help, alright? please. Yes, sir. Hang on a second. Medican County Fire.
Please get the 911 team in my room.
Sir?
Hello?
What's the address there, sir?
It's a residential hotel on South Park. South, York, I don't know what it is. Sir, we've already called 911. The hotel has.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
What room number are you in?
617.
Okay.
Sir, what are you waiting for?
Sir, and what's the address again?
I don't know what the address is here. It's,
I'm showing 6030 P.
That's right, yes, sir. Please.
Okay, so we have an ambulance en route to that. Hello? Medic, we're in out. Okay. He was saying, the only thing he said to me before he transferred over to that his son was dying and he's turning purple. Okay. We've got an ambulance going too.
All right. So that is the 911 call. I mean, that is very, very.
That's a party pooper. That's a downer. But man, could you imagine being a 911 operator? By the way, that's you got to deal with people like dealing with death all day. Like, everybody that calls you is like, dealing with the most tragic shit.
I mean, you could tell that Rick was just in tears right there. You know, I mean, the guy had just found. I mean, his son is laying feet away from him. You know, passed away, dead on the bed, and you know, the police report does make mention of drugs. It doesn't say much. Obviously, they're going to perform an autopsy and find out exactly what the cause of death was for him, but the police report does mention drugs. They don't have any more details other than that it appears to be an overdose.
Now, I mean, I know legally you can't say it, but I can. He's that age. He's got that history. He's by himself in a hotel room. What other conclusions could you draw?
Right. Well, and not only that, but the fact that police mentioned drugs in the police report, I'm guessing they found something in the room, whether it be a needle or bags or something, some sort of
pills, whatever.
Some sort of drugs were found in that hotel room, and you know, that information will come out here in the coming.
Do we know what he battled addiction with? Like, what was his drug of choice?
It was heroin, you know, and yeah.
God.
So I believe that you know, they probably found something. So we get to the reason as to, I mean, 911 calls are, first and foremost, they are public record, and unfortunately the authorities do release them to the media. And all the local Charlotte media outlets reported it. TMZ reported it, and you can't just blame TMZ. It was all over the Charlotte media as well. You know, and unfortunately, news in 2013 is nothing like it was back in the 70s and 80s, where it's really evolved, where, you know, the guy from Buck Wild died, and they've got photos of the mud-covered van or Bronco that, you know, was submerged in the mud, and they all died from carbon monoxide, and, you know, these things are posted on the news, and it's all over the place. For some reason, and I cannot explain this, I don't know why I listen to it, I don't know why I look at it, and I don't know why thousands of other people do it either. I mean, when we put the 911 audio up on the site yesterday, as hard as it was to listen to, it was the highest viewed post yesterday. And why that is, it's just the way I think the human brain,
it's human nature, brother.
The human,
it's that same cliche where it's a car wreck and you don't want to look at it, but you can't look away, kind of thing.
And
the same as, like, let's put it this way: what's the best example in our lifetime? What's the biggest thing that's ever happened in our life? 9/11. Did we need to see the fucking airplane go in that building? Did we really need to see that visual?
No.
But guess what? That motherfucking clip was replayed over and over for fucking years.
Robbie,
probably the most internationally seen fucking incident ever.
Yeah. Robbie, aka
level,
Crazy Roller,
in
the chat room, you know, says that people are naturally curious, and that's, you know, it's a good way to put it. Why we listen and why we want to hear something like that, I don't know, and I can't explain it to you guys, but we do. It's just the way that the human brain I guess, works. And a lot of people, this stuff comes out, and unfortunately, it's out there. It's out there to thousands and thousands of fans. And part of the thing about being a media outlet is I gotta cover the good, I gotta cover the bad, and the bad shit, it sucks, man. It sucks having to report that somebody passed away. You think I want to report that, man? You think I want to put that stuff up? Fuck no,
well, look
I
at
don't.
your feud with Roddy Piper. Look at the Hulk Hogan sex tape. Like, that shit isn't tragic in the sense of, like, Reed Flair dying and then a fucking Ric Flair 911 tape comes out. But at the same time, it is something that affects them on a personal level very much. Like, that sex tape being released rocked Hulk Hogan's fucking personal life like you couldn't believe.
Let me just say this: if
fucking record, I mean, everybody looked at the tape.
Right.
Why? Because they're curious.
If I was a celebrity, all right, and somebody in my family passed away, and the 911 audio tapes got released, I'm gonna be upset. I am gonna be upset. But you know what? Being somebody that's part of news media and constantly reporting news, I understand that despite my family suffering a loss, and despite me being so upset over that loss, I understand that the media has a job to do, and I'm gonna be pissed, man. I'm gonna be pissed off that 911 tapes and things like that are leaked out. But on the other hand, I do understand that that's just the way news works in 2013, and I'm gonna be irate over it, and I'm sure Rick is, man, and I would be too. I would be too.
Media doesn't get the pass on that shit. But what do we know the impetus? Like, why is that public record 911 calls? I know there's got to be some kind of logic behind making that shit public, but what is it?
Well, some people, if it's a celebrity or something like that, they some people may doubt, or they, there's reasons for it. There's reasons.
Is it for confirmation? Okay, I was just thinking there's got to be a meaning that serves a purpose behind the decision to make that shit public record.
Oh, no. Wait a minute.
Fighters pay. Why the fuck is that public record? Why are we able to call up the athletic commission to find out what a guy got paid for a fight? Why is that our business?
Punker in the chat room to say only the U.S. media is negative. You guys got the National Enquirer out there, which is one of the most negative news magazines out there, who spread malicious rumors all the time. I mean, give me a break, man.
He's talking about Hollywood media probably, because we have
United States media.
We're the epicenter of celebrities and Hollywood. And everybody comes from all over the world to make it in our fucking.
Right, but what he's saying is the United States media is only negative.
I know, but I'm saying
that's not
a lot of the negativity we have in our media is based on celebrities and Hollywood. It's not fucking negative. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of the negativity in the media is about celebrity figures and shit like that, and that's because we have way more than any other country. We got more of that shit to cover.
So listen, thoughts and prayers with Ric Flair, David Flair, Ashley Flair, and rest in peace to Reed. I mean, the guy had a bright future ahead of him in pro wrestling, was trying to make it. People had, who had seen his work had really said that he had improved. I mean, he was still green, wasn't the greatest worker, but he had improved.
He was a really good amateur wrestler, I know, and he was the impetus of a big beef between Eric Bischoff and Ric Flair in WCW back in the day, because Bischoff wanted Flair somewhere, and Flair refused, said he was going to see Reed at an amateur wrestling meet, and he just straight went to the meet and said, fuck you, I'm not coming to whatever. I think it was Thunder he wanted him to come to, and that started a huge war between Flair and Bischoff that resulted in lawsuits, and Bischoff telling everybody in person in the locker room, I'm going to ruin Ric Flair's life. Like, he was making it a goal to ruin him and fucking bankrupt him and all this and that. And that was over Flair loving his son Reed so much that, going and seeing him wrestle was more important than going to being on TV.
I mean, Rick has just been an absolute mess over the last couple of days, man. Over the weekend, Tommy Dreamer said that he contacted him and he was sobbing, and they were close, man. Rick and Reed were very, very close, and it's just a shame, man, to see somebody
a lot closer than him and David. Not that I'm sure he played favoritism, but if you watch the DVD, you could tell him and David had kind of an estranged relationship, whereas him and Reed had more of a traditional father-son kind of relationship. So, it's a big blow to the Flair family. I can't imagine what they're going through.
So rest in peace to Reed Flair, and thoughts and prayers with Ric Flair. We need to move on. We're going to be taking your live phone calls, and we'll do the rapid fire segment as well. We'll mix it up. You guys can also get to our live chat room, WZROnline.com/chat. And like I said, we're going to mix it up, man. Live phone calls and a rapid fire. Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's up?
Hey, Ryan. I just wanted to ask you if you saw the Louisville and Duke game with the Kevin Ware injury, and if you wanted to talk about that a bit.
Yeah, that was a terrible, terrible injury. I'm sure you didn't see it, Boone. Guy came down towards out of bounds and basically Sid Vicious closer to the ankle.
Oh, the leg snapping?
Yeah, closer to the ankle right now. Not only that, we just got talking about the 911 audio calls and how many people want to see that. The video of this player going down has millions of views in just a couple of days, man. The his ankle, bottom of his leg, the fibula they call it, came and it was sticking out through the skin. It was bad, man. It was nasty.
Man, the thing was graphic and gross. I remember Corey Hill, a big fucking tall fighter off the Ultimate Fighter. He threw a leg kick in the UFC, and a fighter checked the leg kick. Right. His fucking leg snapped in half. Like, it's just grotesque that the human body can even conform in that way. Ugh,
yeah.
God.
Do me a favor, if you guys are calling up, turn your speakers down, and we'll try to get to each and every one of you guys. Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's up?
It's really good, guys. What's going on? What's poppin'?
What's poppin', buddy? What's up?
Nothing, man. It's fucking cold in the Bronx, but you already know that.
I do. What was that?
Yeah. It's like 35 degrees and it feels like it's 20, man. It's nasty.
Yeah, it's pretty bad up here. We actually had some snow up here this morning, man. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do for WrestleMania, man. They're gonna have to fucking have heaters around the ring because they're gonna freeze to death.
Well, I think it's supposed to be in the 50s during the day there, and then 40s at night. I'm sure they're gonna have something over the top of the ring, and then they'll have maybe some heaters or something like that. Turn those speakers down, guys. I had to cut him off, man. You got to turn those speakers down when you call up. Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's up? Hung up on us. All right, let's get to the rapid fire. The live phone number to call is 518-712-3070. 518-712-3070. Try this one more time.
Sure.
Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's up? You're gonna keep hanging up, dude. I'm not gonna take a phone call. Ranjit Kahal, WrestleMania 30. Who goes over, The Rock or Brock? I don't think either.
I would say if Brock is losing to Triple H and Rock is losing to John Cena, I don't see how either one of them could lose next year at WrestleMania. That'd be two in a row. But I would think Brock would go over, right? And well, the last time they fought at SummerSlam, Brock beat The Rock for the title, so maybe he owes The Rock a win back, and Rock doesn't want to lose 2 years in a row. Maybe The Rock goes over. I don't know. It depends if that match is even happening. I mean, it's a plan, but how often they stick to the script with that shit?
And Boone, do you think Bigfoot Silva can pull an upset over Cain Velasquez?
No, I think there's a better chance of Mark Hunt pulling an upset over Junior Dos Santos. Oh wait, didn't Dos Santos get injured and pull that fight? I think.
I gotta be honest with you.
Bigfoot beating Cain, absolutely not.
I gotta be honest with you, dude. I'm a huge fan of Cain Velasquez, but Dan Henderson and Bigfoot Antonio Silva are two of my guys that I feel like I don't know, dude. If we were to bet, all right, I would want to take Cain Velasquez, no doubt, but I would bet Bigfoot Silva, and I'd probably take a loss, no doubt, but I would throw some money on Bigfoot Silva. I would.
Have you seen their first fight, dude? Yeah, they fought before once, like early last year. In UFC. Cain fucking almost killed him, and I mean it was one side as you could get, and the only reason he got a rematch is because Junior Dos Santos just lost to Cain in the last fight that they each had, and Alpha Overeem couldn't take his fucking testosterone replacement therapy, so his body. If there's a before and after picture they have him floating around online, you see him stand on the scale before the Brock fight. He looks like a fucking Greek god bodybuilder. Then you look at the after, him standing on the scale before the Bigfoot fight, and he looks completely different. So, Overeem, he's a jacked up 205-pound fighter who became this monster heavyweight striker, and now that he's not allowed to cheat and take steroids or testosterone anymore, he's getting his ass whooped.
Don't get mad, dude. I gotta do it once every week, bro. Don't get angry at me, dude. Come on.
I get jealous because I'm like, well, where's my soundboard? You know, times I'd like to hit when you and your fucking boss caller are talking about local New York weather. I'd love to hit
I gotta get you something, bro. I do. I need to get you a something for me, dude. All right, caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's up?
Ryan and Matt, big fans of yours. Love the show every week.
Thank you.
Usually catch it on the WZR archive because I can't be with you live on Tuesday nights.
Ah, good to have you here tonight.
But I am a loyal listener. I got a prediction. I can't be with you Saturday night. I got to get one prediction out there.
Okay.
Cena heel turn. That is a definite. I see him aligning with Paul Heyman, and he'll be assisted by either CM Punk or Brock Lesnar during that match. And I'll listen to your comments off the air.
All right, I love the accent, brother. I love the accent. That's a New Yorker right there.
He sounds extremely intelligent. You know how some people just have a voice where they sound like a smart kid?
No, he's got
like a smart kid, right?
You know, somebody in the chat room said it. Somebody in the
no, gonna turn heel and
wait a minute. Rammer Jammer says he's got that New York mobster accent, and he does, bro. He does. I love that accent. I love I don't have it, dude. But if you go to like New York City, in the heart of New York City, Rygau's got it a little bit, but it's like, hey, you talking to me, you know what I mean? You know, it's the greatest accent in the world. That
like Big Vito, it's Staten Island shit.
Big Vito sent me a tweet. I said he's looking for bookings, and I said, Big Vito, you know, won't book himself on WZR Radio because he knows that Boone and Clark would own that ass. And he said, let's do it this Tuesday night, and I never tweeted him back. Whoops. My bad. My bad, dude. My bad. No, he was
a fucking great guest. Whether he's a fucking no-name or somebody people are aware of, I just think it's funny.
Big Vito, yeah, he's a great guy, but it's also, you know, when he gets in the Big Vito, I'm the best wrestler in the world. I'm one of the biggest. I'm one of the biggest stars ever in pro wrestling. I do this. I was a main eventer in WWE. You were a fucking jobber, Vito, and you know it, dude. You know what I mean, dude? But he loves, like you said, dude. He's a self-promoter. He just loves to fucking. He's just the biggest name in pro wrestling.
Nobody puts themselves over better than me, but after that, I'd say nobody puts themselves over better than Big Vito.
Yeah, no doubt. Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's up?
Hello, Ryan. This is Crazy But Lovable.
It's who?
Crazy But Lovable Julie from the chat room and everything.
Hello, Julie.
Hello, everybody told me to call in from the room.
Ah, all right, no doubt. I know who you are. You're on. You comment on the Facebook page often, huh?
Yes, I'm supposed to make you mashed potatoes.
Yeah, mashed potatoes. You know it.
Yes, I am.
All right. So what you want to talk about? You just wanted to call up to say hello?
Yes, they told me to call and say hello, so they knew who they were talking to.
All righty, no doubt. We'll say hello to everybody in the chat room. Julie says hi. Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
There you go. All right. Keep taking it. She's a good person, man. She's on my Facebook page all the time.
I had nothing polite to add to that comment.
Of course, because Boone's all about taking cock down his throat. Instead, you know, a woman calls and Boone says, "Oh my God, I can't talk to her. Oh, get the fuck out of here."
No, you actually get like that. You put up with
get out of here.
Caller because they're rare.
Thanks for the.
If you're boring, you're boring. I don't care what testicles you got in your pants.
Thanks.
Get entertaining. Get the fuck off the phone.
Thanks for the phone call, Julie. You're a sweet woman, and fuck my co-host here. He's a big piece of shit. Caller.
Please do. I need to get laid.
Yeah, right. Caller, laid by a dude. Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's up?
Hey, how you guys doing? I just had a quick question. You see Ricardo turning heel on Sunday against Alberto Del Rio?
Oh.
How to use his His questions to beat him on Monday Night Raw.
You know what? We never answered the New York City question either. He called up about John Cena turning heel. I wouldn't rule that out, bro. I mean, I brought it up earlier, right? When we were running down Monday Night Raw. John Cena's promos, as of late, dude, they've been a lot more heelish, bro. A lot more heelish. And a lot of people, dude, I've gotten emails over the past, week or two where people are saying, is John Cena going heel? I don't know. I don't think they're ever going to turn. I mean, it's to that point now where they never used to address it. And now when John Cena comes out and cuts a promo, he says, half the crowd cheers for me, the other half, hates me. So are they eventually going to turn him heel, or are you still stuck on... I don't know about joining Paul Heyman. I don't think that's. I mean, Heyman's already got CM Punk and Lesnar. But are you still on that bandwagon of John Cena never turns heel? At least not now.
No, I could be convinced otherwise. I was just sitting there thinking, is there any way that they would go with that angle? Because, like I said last week, I brought up the concern that if Cena's turning to go over, he's going to be the heel in the match, whether he likes it or not, whether WWE likes it or not. They're going to cheer for The Rock and boo Cena, or give him his mixed reaction, which leans more towards boos. But if he wins, and that's what they go off the air with, unless they choose to put Undertaker Punk on live, which I doubt they do, then you're going off the air on a somber note. Like, the guy you didn't want to win wins, and that's how we go off the air. But I'm thinking, well, maybe if The Rock actually, if they book him to win, the angle follow-up would be John Cena, like, he put everything into this one. He needed to win, and he couldn't do it. So now he's just fucking flipping out, and that's a heelish thing to do, like to react poorly to a loss and not take it like a man. Maybe he could just lose his shit, just flip out from losing, and he can't handle it mentally. And that's an angle they could go with. Now where Paul Heyman comes into play, that's like you with your conspiracy theories, where you take it way too fucking far, and like you write out like 8 weeks of fucking or 8 months of TV when like Jeremy the idea is. So Cena's gonna turn heel. And then on the third SmackDown of August, he's going to align with Paul Heyman, and they're going to start wearing green suits together. Like, you come up with all these details, we're like, where the fuck did that come from?
Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's up?
What's up?
What's up? You got to turn those speakers down, dude.
All right, I got it.
All right.
All right, so I was just calling in. I will be live at WrestleMania front row baby on Sunday night.
Nice. So you gonna bring a WZR Army sign?
Front row, baby. Yeah, sure.
Do it up, man. Do it up. We'll put some screenshots. If it gets on TV, we'll do screenshots and we'll give you credit and we'll shout you out on here. We'll hook you up, man. WZR Army.
I will be there live on Sunday night. I will be at Access starting on Friday. And, I'm actually in the New York area right now, getting ready, and, I thought I'd just call in. I listen to you guys every single Tuesday night.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate the phone call and the support, dude. WZR Army sign. WrestleMania. Do it, brother. Do it. Hook us up.
I couldn't make out a word that guy was saying. But, you said something to me the other day about there's like 12 fucking guys taking WZR signs to Mania this year.
There's a bunch of them, dude. Rygau's taking one, and I think a couple more are going to take WZR Army. So we're going to have a lot of signs that take photos, man. If you guys, I know a bunch of guys from the chat room and from my Facebook page, they're going to meet up, I think. I think I saw somebody talking about meeting up, saying I'll see you at WrestleMania or something like that. So hook it up, man. Get a group photo of you guys, and we'll post it on WZROnline.com if you guys all have your
Facebook and all that shit.
Yeah, we'll put it up on Facebook and the website, and we'll hook it up, man. So, and if you're going to WrestleMania, submit reports. Webmaster at ProWrestlingScoops.com. Anything from Access, any photos, whatever, man. Send it along, and we'll put it up on the websites. We'll give credit to you guys. Just put a name or a website that you guys want plugged, and we'll hook it up for you guys. Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's up?
Hey, what's up, Ryan? What's up, Boone?
How you doing?
I'm good. Hey, two quick things. I wanted to know if you guys didn't see the fight on Saturday night with Mike Alvarado and Brandon Rios.
Amazing fight, dude. Amazing
Did you see that,
fight.
Ryan?
I saw it, dude. I even put it up on Facebook. I said, if you guys, I gave a live stream to everybody on Facebook. Oh my god, dude. They beat the
live?
Well, the first.
I heard about it and went to go download it, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah, no. It was on HBO, HBO or Showtime, one of the too. But man, this one went all 12 rounds. I know the first fight got stopped. It was a brutal war and got stopped in the 7th round. This one went all 12 or all 10. Was it 10 or 12? I can't remember.
It was quite bad. I heard one of the rounds was like a Gotti Ward round. Like, well, he's just unhuman. The amount
all of them were, dude. Every round in that fight, pretty much, man. It was just basically a rematch of the first fight. Every round they just beat the shit out of each other, man. It was crazy.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one other thing. Do you guys think I read something? I think it was on the site. With maybe Sean being in Triple H's corner, that maybe he super kicks Triple H and cost Triple H the match.
Yeah.
Like he's all of a sudden in this corner. Like,
yeah. We put that up on the website. There's been talk that Shawn Michaels would screw over Triple H. The only problem with that is Shawn's retired from wrestling, and I don't expect him ever. I mean, Triple H has been openly saying to people close to him that he wanted his last WrestleMania match to be against Shawn Michaels. With Shawn Michaels being retired, you know, sometimes guys get the itch to return, but I think Shawn's one of those guys where, I mean, the dude hung it up, and I think he's done for good. You know, what do you think, Boone?
What do you think if they say something like, can they get away on a technicality by having, let's say Triple H loses because Shawn screws him over this Sunday. Now Shawn and Triple H are both technically retired, so what they do is next year at WrestleMania they don't have a match. They have an unsanctioned backlot brawl like Roddy Piper and Goldust, where they're in the arena. They're in the fucking parking lot wearing jeans and fucking tape fists, and they're just fighting. Could they do that, and that's not coming out of retirement, or would that still be considered having a match? I think it's still out of a match, but that's one way to get around it.
I think it would still be a match, man. It would be a street fight or something like that, but it would still
be. Well, promoting it in
right.
physical context that works. Yeah, that's a match.
All right, rapid fire. I don't want to leave everybody out, man. We got to go here in 3 minutes, so we'll do these as fast as possible, man. Mac McCaud. It's my forums, pwsforums.com. Check it out. He's a great admin for us. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck Ryback? How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck Ryback? Or is? How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck is Ryback? How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck is Ryback? How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck is Ryback? How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck is Ryback?
You tell me, don't talk too long. Let's go through these quick. And then you just said a dumb phrase somebody asked you to say 20 times. And get going, motherfucker. What's the next rapid fire?
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much wood could a woodchuck chuck?
A whole lot of motherfucking wood if a woodchuck could chuck.
How much?
It would fit chuck shit. So chuck that question out.
I just jeopardied myself for you, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Ian Jones, Rock to beat Cena WrestleMania. The Rock holds the title to the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. Cena turns heel, and as the leader of the Shield, since Cena hinted that he will shock the world at WrestleMania. I think Rock beat him last year at WrestleMania, so I think Cena gets the win this year. And then Extreme Rules, we know Rock is going to be there. What happens there, I don't know.
I wasn't listening. Okay. Next.
Louis Daw, will the Aces and Eights show up at WrestleMania? No, dude. What are you, crazy? Is that stupid?
No.
They're under TNA contract. What are you talking about, man? Brandon Parker, is Batista coming back to WWE? There's been recent talks. Batista wants a ton of money. He's going to have to come way down in his deal. By the way, you guys were right about Vince inducting Donald Trump. Yeah, Vince sent out a tweet right before we came on air here tonight. Justin Nestor, Ryan, watch out for when you get to Florida. If you don't, be getting Matt Boone dick somewhere. LOL. Yeah, Matt Boone definitely loves the dick, dude, and I'm going to have to hide mine when I go to Florida. So.
I love my own, and so do every fucking able-bodied human being I've ever met in my life. But where are you coming down to Florida? I forgot about that.
Love the dick, dude. I've got 1 year for I can't really talk about that. Joseph Joseph Ricardo. Yeah, I will. Joseph Ricardo, do you think the boring chants during Raw made creative notice to mix things up with Cena or a heel turn? They're always, monitoring crowd reactions and things like that, but John Cena's their guy, man. Sells a lot of merchandise with kids, and by turning him heel into a bad guy, I guarantee you less kids. If John Cena's a heel, less kids are going to buy his merchandise because he's a bad guy.
The only reason, you don't hear about, it worked with Hulk Hogan, they turned him heel, but guess what? He had that NWO merchandise, so they didn't take a drop-off in merchandise sales, and et cetera, et cetera. So So if Cena were to turn heel, he'd have to come up with something so fucking catchy like the NWO that it would sell as much merchandise as his babyface shit, which I think is highly unlikely.
Ian Jones, HBK to screw Triple H, setting up Triple H versus HBK at next year's WrestleMania. That's, one of the rumored scenarios. It all depends on, does Shawn Michaels want to do one more match? Even if it's one more match, WrestleMania in front of 70, 80,000 people, it's possible, I mean, never say never in pro wrestling, but I think Shawn's retired for good. Alicia loves wrestling. Perry, WZR Army rocks. You rock, because you're an Army member. Christopher Brown, 2 quick things. Has there been any new info about Jack Doan being released a few weeks ago? No, we don't have any more details on that, but it did come as a shock to a bunch of people as he was a veteran. He's been there for a long, long time, and I'm guessing something went down backstage. We just don't have any details on that. And Edge, will Edge be Winnipeg Mania Eve for a World of Wheels appearance? All right, he'll be appearing at a World of Wheels appearance. Kyle Brooks, did Sid Vicious soil himself against The Undertaker at WrestleMania?
That's a rumor that went around. I don't think so. I mean, you never know though. Supposedly Vader did 2 once in a match, but who knows?
Lee Pierce, my 3 best things in WWE are: number 3, CM Punk; number 2, Paul Heyman; number 1, Daniel Bryan. Cool story, bro. Tommy,
I think all 3 are definitely in the top 5. I wouldn't have Daniel Bryan in the top 3, but yeah, I agree.
Tommy Colossi, any chance of SummerSlam main event with a heel Cena versus a face Punk? It's possible. Everybody wants Cena to go heel. And they're teasing it, man. They are teasing it with his promos, but we'll have to wait and see.
A little bit, yeah.
Brock Flucker, I guess you haven't heard, the Bills made a big trade today and ended up getting Russell Wilson from the Seattle Seahawks. No doubt. That's better than Kevin Kolb. I'll take that.
Yeah, anything's better than that.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll definitely take that over Kevin Kolb. Paul Koronkowski, why isn't Caitlyn defending her title at WrestleMania? Good question, man. They do want a Divas match.
The titles don't mean shit.
Yeah.
The second,
well, they always...
Speaking, the IC title after the World title is the second biggest title in the company. The biggest show of the year. It's the pre-show match.
Yeah, well, she's not even on the pre-show right now. There's no Divas match at all.
Saying. Titles don't mean shit, so it's not important to squeeze her on because you got a title. They don't care.
Right. We'll have to wait and see if they do something on the pre-show with the Divas title. I'm guessing they will. I think so. It's an hour-long pre-show, so I'm guessing they're gonna put Divas on there.
Real quick, when was it that they did the Battle Royals that one of Brooke Clay's dancers won and earned a title shot, and then the same night lost her title match, so it was completely pointless. Remember that?
My god, yeah, Naomi picked up the one. Yeah, it was stupid, dude, stupid. That's, I mean, there's a lack of depth too in the Divas division as of right now.
Very true, especially as far as star power, because none of them have been around long enough to develop a fan. Like Kelly was getting there, and then she left.
Well, and they contacted Kelly, Maurice, and Beth Phoenix to come back, and basically they wanted high amounts of money, and WWE told them, "Fuck off, dude. We're not paying you that much." AJ Clark, when John Cena beats The Rock at WrestleMania 29, Rock and Cena would have beaten each other 1 win apiece. So when is Cena versus Rock taking place? Extreme Rules 2013 or WrestleMania 30? They're not going to headline WrestleMania 30 with that again. You're not going to see it 3 years in a row, but maybe Extreme Rules. We'll have to wait and see.
The hottest program in the history of the business would probably, obviously, because it's subjective, but that'd be Rock versus Austin. And even that was that was a match that headlined 3 WrestleManias, but they did it across like 6 years or 7 years. So I don't see them doing 3 main events back to back the same fucking match. That's just retarded.
Ranjit Kahal, please, LOL, please play this. Real quick, man. Real quick, we'll play it.
Thank God.
Time to set the stage. Time to set the stage! Ha 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 ha! Preparation Triple H! Ha ha ha! It's all about the stage and how you make it. All about control. Your brother can't hold it. All of you is wet. Heaven forsaken, embarrassed and shamed, underlined and bolded.
What the fuck, dude? It's when Triple H pissed his pants, or when the pyro came up a couple of weeks ago and he got that pot. It's all about the stain.
So,
you know what I mean?
And they just, because I couldn't hear the words. I was like, was that a visual joke he has to play on the radio?
I am the stain, you're the one who made me. I left my mark, no convinced yourself no way not to spray me. I am this stain, don't never mistake me.
I am the stain, don't never mistake me.
Well,
all right.
If anybody else wants to send in cool video clips, like if somebody making a funny face, something great for radio, go ahead and send that in. What the fuck are we...
It's rapid. It's rapid fire. I'm trying to give the fans what they want, man. Anthony Meese, will Biggie Langston get a push after WrestleMania? I don't think so.
He should, I'm sure he'll give the obligatory I'm a big fucking jacked up bodybuilder push at some point. Whether or not it takes remains to be seen.
Coltar, Cool Dip Man, first got third row hard cameras for Raw when it's here in Calgary, so expect a WZR Army sign that night. You are the man, brother. You are the man. Thank you. What I want to know is, what do you think of Taker versus Cena next year in an I Quit match? I could see that.
Taker, Cena, I Quit. Yeah. Have they done Taker Cena ever? I don't think so. As part of the streak, so that would make sense, I guess.
Yeah, and it would make more sense for the streak ending to a guy like John Cena. CM Punk also says he's only going to be around for another 2 or 3 years. John Cena's going to be there for life, So Taker's not going to put a guy over that's not going to be a lifer in WWE. CM Punk's only going to be around for 2 or 3 more years, so he says, It's not happening. It's not happening. Lee Pierce, isn't she lovely? Stevie Wonder sang. How the fuck would he know? No idea what you're talking about. Ross Briffett.
Isn't she lovely?
If Chris Benoit had died on a different day and was still mentioned on TV in the same line as Eddie Guerrero, Owen Hart, Paul Bearer, etc., would he have been disrespected in the same kind of way as part of a storyline? If he died in a different way? Yeah, WWE's always capitalized off, not Owen Hart or Eddie Guerrero, but...
There's people who thought they capitalized off Owen Hart too, because they pushed the replay of that pay-per-view in a weird way. There was something with the replay of the pay-per-view that people thought was shady. Continuing the show after he was announced dead was shady, and then the fact that they did the entire tribute on Raw, a lot of people thought that was classy, but just as many people thought they were like trying to pop a rating off the big national media attention they were getting from the controversy.
All right, we got 10 more to go. Ian Jones, Ryan and Boone, which diva's ass would you like to open up like X-Pac? AJ, Caitlyn, Mickie James, Trish, or Lita? Mickie James' ass is already ripped open. I'd go AJ. AJ's got a tight.
I've always liked Trish's ass. I'd go with Trish. Yeah, Trish probably.
I'd go AJ. Steve Williams Jr. Hey Ryan and Matt, you think we'll see the American Badass gimmick back for WrestleMania 29 this year? No way, man. They're doing the whole thing.
Definitely ending the career as a dead man.
They're doing the whole thing with the urn. Why would they go back to the Badass gimmick? Come on now, dude. Brandon Parker, what's the beef between Taker and Lesnar? It all started at a UFC pay-per-view a couple of years ago.
No, it didn't start there. That's where it got really famous.
Right.
It was just. Yeah, it was it's simple as some bullshit tension, I believe, about it. Like Undertaker being a tough guy and Brock being a bully, and Undertaker being. I think it just started from the Cheesemo and grew from there.
Tim Krieger, where the fuck do we buy the T-shirts? Just an email or what? Webmaster@ProWrestlingScoops.com, dude. I'll give you an address you can send the money to. You're an idiot if you ask the Aces and Eights might even in some way show up at WrestleMania. I agree, man. I don't. People. Somebody just asked if is the American Badass gimmick coming back at WrestleMania 29? Are the Aces and Eights coming to WrestleMania? Come on, man. What?
I know. We got people thinking Cena and Heyman are about to team up for no reason. You guys are WrestleMania.
You guys are smarter than that. Come on now. I know you're smarter than that.
No, they're not. They think Undertaker's going 20-1 this Sunday. That's
man. Rob Savall, you said that CM Punk is going to end the streak. Troll face. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Colin Gidargosis. Should I have fapped so hard? Even though I'm sick and may have strep, it made me feel worse, but it was quite satisfying. What is fap? Fapping. What is that?
What'd you say?
Fap. Fapping? F-A-P-P-E-D? Fapping? What is that?
F-A-P-P-E-V?
F-A-P-P-E-D. Fapping. Oh,
I can't tell what it is.
Jerking off. That's what it means. Fapping. Fapped. He shouldn't have done that because he's got strep throat and it made him worse.
Oh yeah. You don't jerk off with a puberty to die. It's all blood. Whatever.
Well, it was quite satisfying. He said so. I mean, Whatever.
Yeah, well, some people like
Why?
that. Like, that one dude died, tie himself up and jerk off in the closet or whatever.
Motherfuckers sitting there listening to WZR radio, jacking off. What are you jacking off to my voice? To our voice? What are you doing? What are you jacking off for during WZR radio? What the fuck's... Man, oh man. Vincent Nugent, why isn't the current United States...
Motherfucker's flat out of his mind right now.
Oh yeah, that somebody's got their dick out and they're jacking off to my voice. I fucking love it, dude. This is great, dude.
Did you ever see that fucking song that kid made about jerking off to pictures on Facebook and shit?
The what?
It's like some kid singing a love song. He's like, I'm on Facebook and I'm looking at your pictures and I'm jacking my dick. Like, he made a whole fucking love song about jacking off to girls' Facebook pictures and shit. Like, they played it on Stern once. It was like, there ain't nobody got time for that shit.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Vincent Nugent, why isn't the current United States champion Antonio Cesaro not defending his title at WrestleMania? Yeah, it's a good question, man. A lot of people have asked that, man. I couldn't tell you.
I don't think so.
You'd have to ask the WWE creative team and Vince McMahon. Hobart Collins, is there any former TNA star returning to TNA? Petey Williams is the only one right now. And the last one, Tyler Padia. Would TNA benefit from having their own 3 stages of hell match that can be used for a tag team battle royal elimination style, along with having it as a world title match? Any new matches, any innovative stuff, why not? I mean, it's something new, it's something different, so why not? I'm gonna make you wait. You're gonna wait for the whole thing to play.
I like it. I used to play trumpet in high school.
This is the best. Do. That's the best part right there.
The big finale.
There it is. All right. We are out of here. One last call. Caller, you're live. WZR Radio. What's up?
Is this Ryan Clark?
It's Ryan Clark. Quick.
This is Brendan from Twitter.
How you doing?
You yelled at my son last week.
Oh Jesus! Here we go. Yeah, your son.
Fucking clown.
your son called up and prank called WZR Radio last week. So, if he's gonna call up and he's gonna prank call the radio show, I mean, what am I supposed to do?
Fair game.
What am I supposed to do? Just let him call up and prank call live radio?
No, what we're supposed to do.
No, shut up. He's 9 years old and he has autism. And you're going to sit there and you're going to yell at him like he ain't nothing. You're a little...
Well, listen.
Who the fuck you telling to shut up, you old piece of shit with your dumb fucking retard? Get the fuck out of my face. Who the fuck is this guy telling me what to do?
You want to go?
To jerk off?
How big a boy are you? How big a boy are you?
Yo, listen. Let me chime in here, dude. Your son called up, right? We're on from 8 to 10 Eastern time. If your son is 9 years old and he's got autism, you need to monitor him so that he doesn't call up a live radio. First of all, he should.
He was asleep.
Well, then you got to understand that.
Don't call me a bad father.
Well, I'm sorry.
Down my parents.
Well, motherfucker, then don't have your son call up and prank call a live radio show, bro. Monitor your son, especially if he's got autism. Motherfucker. You need to continue.
How big a boy are you?
How bigable am I? What are you?
Yeah.
How bigable am I? What the fuck does that even?
How big a boy are you?
How big a boy? A big enough boy to whoop your ass, motherfucker.
I'm big enough to stand there and laugh on it happen. Joe, if you don't tell us how to do a radio show, we won't tell you how to be a father. If your fucking kid calls up and talks shit, I'm not gonna ask him, hey, real quick before I fucking get back. Are you retarded? Yes? Oh, then continue yelling at me. Get the fuck out of here.
I'll find you and I will shut
up.
I'll play somewhere. I'm busy, you fucking punk.
I'm in Albany, New York, brother. I'll give you an address. You come here, you kick my ass, dude. Tell your fucking autism son not to prank call a radio show. Be a better father.
About my son like that.
Well, then be a better father and don't have him call up and prank call a radio show. You are a bad father.
3 times a week whenever he has
That's none of my
I
business.
monitor him 8 hours a day while he does his schoolwork, and he gets away from me for 5 minutes. You're gonna call me a bad father.
Well, if he's got his door locked, if you're saying he's got his door locked and he's got access to a phone to call a live radio show, why would you let a kid that has? Why would you let a kid? Yeah, go take a dump, motherfucker. Get off my radio show, bitch. And with that said,
especially for you, we'll have WZR drool cups and fucking little kid helmets.
God, get the fuck out! Jesus Christ, dude. That's it. Fuck him, dude. He's listen. If your son's got autism, if your son,
if the kid calls in and immediately talks shit, are we supposed to not? We're supposed to wait. Hey, Brian, don't talk shit back. Let me check something real quick. Hey, little boy, do you have any mental deficiencies? Yes. Fuck you. Yes. Fuck you. All right, Ryan, we can't be mean to this guy. Fuck that. He's gonna call in and say fuck you. I'm gonna say fuck you, motherfucker.
Listen.
What else would I do?
If your son's got autism, the last thing the kid should be doing is have a door locked, okay? Why would he have a door locked? If your son's got autism and you've got the door locked, then come on, bro, you're not a good father. You can't let a kid with autism get out of your sight, number one. That's number one. Number two, let him go in his room, have access to a phone, and with the door locked? Get the fuck out of here. Put your son to bed.
Well, I'm not going to tell him how to raise his kid. If his kid has a phone, that's his business. He can decide that. But if a motherfucker calls our live radio show that we don't do background checks on the callers. If he just calls up and starts talking shit, my natural reaction is to talk shit back. All right, and he was talking shit to me specifically last week.
What?
You got
one more thing to say. One more thing to say. I'll let you have the last word. Say it.
What?
Say it.
Ain't even that cool.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, dude. It was the same area code. My bad. We're getting crazy phone calls. My bad, dude. I didn't mean. But anyways, we're out of here. What a way to end the show, dude. Whatever,
right?
dude.
I was expecting that right at the top of the fucking second hour. That was shit, man. I would much enjoyed that. Had a whole hour to fuck with that. But
well, fuck them. We'll be out of here. That's it, dude. Go submit feedback. Facebook.com/RyanClark WZR. We're gonna get out of here. Oh, no, we're going to be here Saturday night, guys. Saturday night at 6 o'clock Eastern Time. We'll promote this on the websites, and yeah, check it out. I'm sure I'm going to get blasted on Twitter, man, as soon as we go off the air. He sent tweets last week, dude, and he was just nonstop. Don't you ever call my son, I said, get out of here. So go check my Twitter, too. Twitter.com/RyanClarkWZR. Who knows what this dumb fuck is going to say, but get him, Army. Get him. WZR Army. WZROnline.com. We'll be here Saturday night.
Tell me I'm a bad father, you dumb Trump bitch.
Fuck out of here. We're getting the fuck out of here. We'll see you guys Saturday night, 6 o'clock Eastern Time. Be here, be square. For Matt Boone.
That's me.
This is Ryan Clark.
Hey, that's him.
So see you next Saturday night, this Saturday night, 6 o'clock Eastern Time on WZROnline.com.